Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mad Lads Live. We're back. Back with the Dwarves. The Dwarves. Oy vey. Yeah, sorry for the sudden change in scheduling. I was originally not going to do this stream until tomorrow. However, my plans for tonight got switched to tomorrow, so my plans for tomorrow got put to tonight. So here we are, back at it again with the Dwarves. We're on a journey of self-discovery, on a journey of revival, trying to fix the unfortunate events of last dwarf stream when 21 of our dwarves were unceremoniously murdered. Oy vey. How is everyone this evening? Loaf around the hub for a minute, give her a chance. I actually need to bring Athena here back into the plastic surgeon. Gotta fix one or two things that I missed. All right. So we gotta maybe not bald. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but maybe not bald. That's fine. I think we're gonna decrease the saturation because the like death metal red is death metal's not the oversaturated red's a bit much, a bit hard in the eye. That'll do. Maybe make her head not so wide. He's a dwarf, but oy vey. Oy vey. Thick neck, that's good. Oh, I think one of the issues with her too is her neck is like really not long. Did I fix that? I think I did. Fair enough. Okay. We are back. All right, so now we've got a couple of people. I do have the inclusion of a new mod that's going to make things both more challenging and easier. Yeah, well, so it's gonna hold on with the jug. So I do have two juggernauts, right? And you may think, obviously, that may be a little busted, but firstly, we all saw what happened with the, or most of us saw what happened with the Southern Hive, so I'm not worried about that. But I also have the Juggernaut Invasion mod on now, and what that does is it adds a 10% chance for any human to spawn as a Juggernaut, which means, and that's including like important NPCs like the Bugmaster or the Phoenix. There's a 10% chance that the Phoenix is a Juggernaut. So you're not just going to have the couple of Juggernaut recruits. Instead, you're going to have the Jugs that are like wandering around the wasteland. You're going to have Starving Bandits that are Juggernauts. You're going to have Dust Bandits, UC Soldiers, Samurai, the whole nine. Anyone could be a Jug. You never know. So balances things out a bit. Balances things out a bit. Okay, so with that being said, we are on a recruitment run. Our whole thing right now is that we are trying to rebuild our forces after our devastating defeat at the hands of the Southern Hive. And in order to do that, we need. I'm gonna make Sad Neil's gonna be a martial artist. I think robots are gonna be martial artists. It's what it's got to be. So Sad Neil's gonna be a robots are gonna be martial artists, and archers. So I'm gonna have to get him a bow. Hands down, we're gonna need a bow. I usually try to avoid bows, but I think whatever just happened here with the Southern Hive, it's changing my whole way that I play Kenshi, because now I'm like, shit, no, archers are like an absolute necessity. I have to have them now. I can't not have them. So I'm just gonna name a lot of these. A lot of these guys are like my skeletons are gonna be named Construct, because they're dwarven constructs. I don't need them to be like named or anything like that. They're dwarven construct. Sad Neil being one of the few examples. There will be a couple of named ones, but also lucky finding a skeleton in the hub. Woo, skeleton drifter in the hub. That's pretty cool. Lucky find. We're on a journey. I also have to be careful because the trade ninjas are my enemy. So I can't like trade here or do anything here. I have to be careful. Unironically, the only place that I can actually trade right now effectively, because I have skeletons in my party, would be the Shet Kingdom, which is ironic, or the United Cities. But it's ironic because the Shet Kingdom is the one place that I wanted to be enemies with when I started this run, and now they're the only place that I can trade with, sort of, not totally, just effectively. With that being said, however, I got to raise these pups up too. They got to get stronger. I can go to stack, and I can kind of have my skeleton stay outside. Sword, we don't need you to have that. Don't need you to have that. Also, we're supposed to be a unit, and you're running off. Alright, so we're going to head up towards Holy Nation territory. Hey, Sparky, how are you? Do some training on the way up there. We got to recruit those 21 losses, so... We have to recoup, and we have to increase beyond the 21, because clearly 21 wasn't enough. The 23 dwarves we sent to the Southern Hive wasn't enough. We're gonna need more. We need more. Gotta check around, see if there's any juggernauts here. I don't think so. I don't see any. One of those things you got to do now too when you have the Jug Invasion mod on, because one of those dudes could end up changing the entire course of a fight. The entire course of a fight. So you got to be careful. You gotta be careful. But, lucky for us, I don't see them, so. We're gonna go at it. Kill some of these dust bandits. Get some training done. Yeah, we're gonna... it's gonna be a situation where we have archers up on hilltops, raining down upon them as we're up there just beating the asses. We will have our vengeance. King Vishu and the dwarves will have their vengeance. We gotta train up our warhounds as well. Are you not gonna fight? The equipment that everybody has on right now is temporary until obviously we get back to the base. But right now it's more about recruiting. Yeah, kill them all. Kill them all. Let God sort them out. Heal up. Do it again. Damage look like not bad. Not bad. Take it as a win. Who are you, Tech Hunter? Jump the Tech Hunter. We're enemies with him anyway. A little bit. The shield can be a little goofy in fighting, but I find specifically when you have like a hacker or a longsword, it looks stupid when they're holding it, but the actual animations play out pretty cool. They look pretty good actually when you're using the animations, because a lot of the animations for hackers or sabers are one-handed swings, and so it looks a lot cooler. All right, and look at that, we've got what we came for. Got that bow, arrow, nice. Pants. Well, actually, we'll keep that. We'll give him that, and then you, I'm going to give you... We'll have you stay martial art. Your primary, well, your primary is going to be archery, but we'll have you stay martial arts for the sake of... And we'll keep the knapsack, not to actually put anything in it, but to sell later on. Is he alive or is he dead? Dying. Dying. He's going to lose a leg and bleed out. Good stuff. Good. Okay, so Sadneil is now officially an archer. Although we're going to have to keep him supplied regularly. He's got bolt regulars. Well, we can... It's a start. It's a start. Alright, continue heading up north. On our journey of repair. We should have enough money to recruit at least a couple more people. 1 or 2 more people. The hope is to get a couple more juggernauts. Downside is feeding them is going to be a bitch. We have enough supplies to keep us fed for a little while, but between the jugs and the dogs, it's going to be a pain. I guess the one upside is that the juggernauts will eat the bodies or the limbs of anybody that we fight along the way. Until we can get back to base anyway, and then we should be fine. We usually have at least 150 to 200 bread on hand at all given times there, so... switch on to 2 just because we're going into Holy Nation territory. It's going to load in the whole area. And who knows? Maybe we run into a couple of starving bandits. He's running over there. Who is that? Who are you? The random dust bandit? Shack dust bandit. Oh man, how is everyone this evening? This lovely Friday. Where are they fighting? Oh, triangle bandits. I see. Oh, fuck them. Not my problem. Not my problem. I want to get as close to the town as I can without actually risking being discovered, and then I'll send some of my boys into the town. We're gonna come like over here, and I'll have everyone go into sneak mode, and I'll send in probably just the king to them. Good opportunity to do. Practice archery a bit. Practice our crossbow skill. Shoot him, Sad Neil. Shoot him, Sad Neil. It's gonna take some work. I have a crossbow trainer back at the base I can build. That'll fix it. Not bad. Started a new run. My last save could not be saved. Is your last run the one that started with the War of the Hub? Is that the one you were talking about? Was that you? I lose track. I have so many people tell me about their runs. I apologize if that's not you. Okay, we're going to Triangle Bandit. Last Assault. Who is that? Is it Triangle Bandits? Southern Hive. That's not good. That is not good. We're gonna hope that they go poof and don't actually show up again. Yeah, we're gonna oh, we may be several types of fucked. We may end up having to actually retake Garzumi Keep. We'll see what happens. No good, no good, no good. Down in here. I wanna help, but there's really nothing I can do, unfortunately. That's a juggernaut right there. All right, 7,500. You have a deal, good sir. 7 wide. A thick boy. Yeah, I want to help, but unfortunately, there's nothing I can do from the position that we're in currently. Unfortunately. Neck. Hopefully they will poof right at the border though, and we won't have to worry about it. I doubt it. I sincerely doubt it. But a boy can dream. But a boy can dream. Right now, we just got to focus on recruiting, because even if we lose Garzumi Keep, we'll build up enough of a force that we can go back and we can take it. But unfortunately, I mean, we're going to be at war until they die. Until we can manage to take them back. It's just going to be repeat assault after assault. So the worst case scenario is that they end up taking Garzumi Keep. In which case we will, again, we'll take it back. Yeah, dude, I've just been making super regular people short. Normal people, I put them down to like height between 84 and 87, and then I make them super wide. Hell no, these are not modded dwarves. These are regular dwarves. These are just dwarves. Thieves. Couple people here, but no one that I'm trying to recruit right now. No one that I'm trying to recruit right now. All right. So, head back over this way and we'll keep going. Wide and low for that turning radius. Exactly. Exactly. And God, it's got shite athletics, so he moves at a snail's pace, I'm pretty sure. Or did someone hurt their legs? No, everyone's fine. He's just slow as hell. That's not going to do. I need red. Is red using one-handed? Yeah, we'll have red pick up God here. No, actually, he's got to build athletics. We're just going to run. We're just going to run with it. And I got to keep a close eye on that attack. Not good. Not good. Oh, it's because they're sneaking. That's my fault. That's why they're moving so damn slow. A little stressed. We might be losing Garzumi Keep tonight, and we may have to form an army to go back and retake our lands. I feel like the real dwarves of Moria right now. What is it? We're the company of dwarves from Erebor. Take back our ancestral home. Cool. Very least. And then God, I'm actually going to give you. What are you using for a weapon right now? Ornate relic, quality, model 1, 1/6 damage. What's the blood loss? 0.9 plus 4 defense plus 4 attack. We're gonna stick with the ring saber. It fits the dwarf aesthetic better. Hacking us. Oh, nothing. Nervous. Yeah. Dust Raiders are more now hostile towards me. Fantastic. Just ended off the bread weebs. You know what? That's an idea. Let's go kill some bread weebs. That's an idea. Let's go fight the bread weebs. The bread boys. And again, we got to keep a real close eye on that assault that's headed towards Garzumi Keep. Because I have almost no defensive forces there right now. I have 2 golems, tiny, and like a construct, and then a few armored gorillos. But like, I'm sure they could probably do okay against them. I don't think they're going to be able to hold them off in its entirety. But I mean, they'll give it their best go. They might be able to fend them off long enough for them to just do a strategic, like the enemy to do a strategic retreat. That's best case scenario. For you. Starving bandits. See if we can dodge around. Who are they fighting? Is it a tech hunter? Nope, they are fighting dust hunters. We're going to dodge that fight. Not for us. Not for us. Hello, everybody who just joined. 15 people. Not bad. Not bad for the first couple of minutes. As always, we're going to see if we can beat our all-time high. Our all-time high viewers was 78 concurrent viewers. Is tonight the night? Maybe. Maybe. Although it's an unplanned stream, so maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save it real fast, though. Because I'm going to pop back over to the base. And I'm actually going to set up for a potential conflict. Where are they at? What angle are they coming in from? All right, so this is their force. Let's see what they got. Not great. Not fucking great. Raid to your executioner with 138 attack. Dude, we're so fucked. We're so fucked. They're going to kill everybody. They're going to kill everybody. We're going to lose everything. Oh my god. That sword is badass. That sword is badass. Aside from the fact that he's about to use it to impale my boys, that sword is badass. Okay, yeah, dude, we're so hosed. Yeah, I think we have to retreat. I think we have to retreat. Only answer. I think we have to abandon Garzumi Keep. Temporarily abandon Garzumi Keep. Ease him. Everybody needs to run. Everybody needs to run. Where are they at? They're coming. Yeah, they're coming. They're going to make land. They're going to get the hell out of here. We got to go. We got to go. Everybody run as fast as you can. Get out of here. We got to go. Oh, yeah, that's a smart idea. Grab all the bread I can carry. Yeah, you. Get over here. Not you. You. We got to be quick. We got to be quick. Smart idea. Bread's over here. Military will be fine. I'm not worried about them. Get all the bread I can carry. I got a couple of first aid kits. Couple stuff. Okay. All right. Get out of here. That's King. That's fucking King. They brought King. My God, they brought King. Why is King here? They brought King. Is it a power move? Maybe. Everybody else run. Tiny, Golem, and King. At the very least, we can avenge our boys. Take King out. Put him down. Put him down. He's solo. We can take King. In fact, not only can we take King, I'm going to take King. We're going to beat his ass. We're going to leave. And then I'm going to stick him in a cage. And I'm going to make him mine. And then I'm going to use King to murder his own forces later on. Beat his ass. Fantastic. Okay, we got him. We got him. Pick him up. Who's the fastest person I got here? I don't know. All of you guys, head back over here. All of you except for you, head back over here. All ass. Dwarven Construct, pick him up. Where's the others? Have they made land yet? They have not hit land yet. Has he got him? He's got him. Okay. Yes. All right. We are a go. We are a go. I don't know if I can make him mine, but either way, he's coming with me. All right. Where can we go that's relatively safe? You know what we can do? You know what we can do? I have an idea. It's not safe per se, but it's safer. And I'll just have the golems and Kenshi and them clear it out manually. Because there's going to be a couple of fishmen in there, but that's fine. I'll have Kenshi, all them, go in, clear the place out manually from the last of the fishmen inside that citadel over there. We'll take refuge in the citadel. It'll be like our temporary safe haven. I'm not actually going to bother with you guys right now, but what does your stats look like? Oh, Sad Neil is bleeding out. That sucks. Someone go save him. You got a repair kit. Go repair Sad Neil. Your job is to repair Sad Neil. I want to feel bad about it, but I'm also a little preoccupied with trying to ensure the survival of our race. I'm sure they'll be fine. I don't know what they're fighting, but I'm sure they'll be fine. I don't think anything in the border zone is going to pose too much of a threat to us there. I do have the tame animals mod on, yeah. I do. We're about to tame King. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it. I don't know what the requirements are. If anybody wants to take the opportunity to hop onto the recruitable prisoners, or no, because King's an animal. I'm pretty sure I can just tame him outright. I don't think I'll have dialogue with him. I'm pretty sure he counts as an animal in game. I'll double check. There might be dialogue with him, in which case, yeah, tame beasties. Okay, well, we're making King ours. Their mistake was sending King in first, and the fact that he's a robot means that it works well with our vibe, with our aesthetic, with our theme. Good. All right, well, good. Then King's ours, and we're going to use him against them. Their own leader, their own king, is about to be used to devour them whole. Bastards. This is for all of the, this is for the sacred 21 that lost their lives. We're about to have the best comeback ever. They may take our city. They may take our city. But they will never take our lives. I think they popped because we're gone. I think they disappeared. I don't think they're back there. Either that or they're I don't know. They might still be back there. I'll send an envoy in a second to double check it, but here's what we're gonna do. There's a pole around here. Yeah, right here, there's poles. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take this construct. Does it have to be a cage? I think it has to be a cage, actually. Shit. Oh, no. It's good. We're there. All right, he's critical. Does anyone here have a repair device? I don't think so, although there's some inside, so worst case, we just go get some. All right, so then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to send in the 3 of you. All of you guys need to be on passive and hold. Well, not passive, but hold. All right, 3 of you are going to go up here. Kill off the fishmen. We're going to loot anything that's in here. Beat thine assies. Hello, everybody. Oh, Beep decided to join in. He's not super equipped for it, but he'll do. He'll do. He's got his big foreign saber, and you know what? Beep feels the loss. He's heavy with the weight of regret for what happened, because he was the only Slayer that stayed behind. He wasn't quite ready for the final battle against the well, not the final, but the battle against the Southern Hive. And now he's the sole survivor, and I imagine he feels a little bit of survivor's guilt. A little bit of survivor's guilt. No, he's gonna fight this one fishman. There you go. Well, tiny, and then clean up the other 30. I don't know why Beep's head is half missing. It's weird. Alright, Kenshi, get over here and help Beep out. He's currently getting overpowered. Alright, Beep, your job now is to find a repair kit so we can heal up King. The rest of you guys need to get inside. What's the beak thing lore? Well, we don't have an exact lore for the beak things. We don't really know much about them. They could be native to Kenshi, but I will say from overhead, and I'll show you guys in a little while, overhead they kind of look like human skin stretched over like a dilapidated fucking mutant skull. And it kind of raises the possibility, in my mind at least, that the beak things, along with many of the other things on Kenshi, as I've talked about in previous videos, have some kind of origin in humanity, whether they were brought to the planet or whether they're the result of experimentation as well. But it's kind of hard to say. We don't really know for certain. They were raised up from the pits of hell. Is what happened with them? That's what they are. They were brought in from the pits of hell. Food, lots of food. This, come on, I just need a repair kit. All I need is a repair kit. I don't even care about the AI core right now. I just need a repair kit. That's all I need. I don't care about even about the AI. There's 2 AI cores there. Couldn't really care less about them. I need a repair kit. That's the position that I'm in right now. Terrifying indeed. I agree. Oh, no. No, come on. There's not a single skeleton repair kit here. Not a single one. Come on, guys. What's King's passive regeneration? What is his passive? Is he in critical, like dying, or is he death at negative 900? So we have a little while. Is he actually getting worse? He is getting worse, though. He is actively getting worse. Gorillas need to mess this up. And okay, all of you guys need to. Is there anybody left up here? Or are they all dead? Everybody should be dead. All right, everybody get up here. We're all gonna come back up here. We're all gonna rest up. These King Vishu got messed up too. Sad Neil's in rough shape. Okay, so I guess Sad Neil and King Vishu specifically got messed up. What's going on with that? Let's pop on over and see what happened. They got... Oh, I see. They got left behind. Let's see. Weird how that happens, isn't it? Trying to do 2 different fights at once, and look what happens. Oh, yeah, they got left way back here. Oy vey. Okay, so everybody needs to haul ass back over here. Zan is dead. Okay, so he's one of my industrials, I'm assuming. To be turned, industrials, one of them. You guys can get taken off of hold. I don't need you to hold anymore. I need you to hold. Trying to fight on 2 separate sides of the map is not as easy as I think one might believe. All right, to be turned. We got pins. Was where? Right there. Getting beat up by Fishman. All right, we need a couple of you guys to... Where's the construct at? All right, you need to go over to Kenshi and grab some of those medical kits. That needs to happen. And then you are on guard duty. Not turret's last hold. You need to go around and start healing people. That's what you got to do. Healing everybody up. And then how is the island assault going? Is that still our base? Clan Angler, 50, faction. It says that it's still moving towards us, but I'm going to have to send someone back to double check. So we're going to send Kenshi on an emergency trip to go see if the Southern Hive is back there yet. Once we have confirmation they are not back there, and that we, escaped the what was quite literally going to be our doom, we can head back. And this is probably not the first time the last time, I mean, that we're going to have to do this, where we kind of do a mass exodus, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, you know what? Is there a skeleton repair kit around here? Even a shitty one. I'll take a shitty one. I just need a skeleton repair kit. Horse chopper, water jug, cleaver, iron plates. Seriously? Not a single one? Robotic component. I'll even take the ancient ones. Anything, guys. Come on! Not great. Not great. This is a good kind of SIBO right there, but that's not going to help me. Not going to help me. Sprint. All right, let's see what we got. They're all healed up. That's good. See what the damage is. Take King back, throw him in a cage. All right, I think they're gone. I think we got out of this unscathed. I'm pretty sure they just despawned because we bailed out, which kind of cheesy, but like, what am I supposed to do? Let everybody die, you know? Okay, well, that bodes well for us then. Zan is dead. That's great. How many did we lose? Just Zan. Fine. Yeah, I think he got killed almost instantly. My lord. Yeah, probably got punched in the head. Got punched real bad. Deep is in a recovery coma, so we're gonna have to heal up a little bit before we can go back. And that's fine. We can just grab them and throw them in fish beds. We're gonna have Construct do it. Have the Construct do it. Grab them, pick them up, throw them in fish beds. Hit beep. Put them in a fish bed. Where's Beaks at? Beaks? Fine. Cool. Armored Grillo. Pins? Where's Pins at? Pins doing? Pins is fucked up. We're gonna go pick up Pins. You up? Anybody else messed up? Their legs specifically? Because if so, you're getting carried. Yeah, I don't imagine this is gonna be the last time that we end up doing this. I need one person to carry Beep. Beaks, carrying Beep. Fantastic. And then someone's gonna have to come down here and pick up King, who is bleeding out ever so slowly, but that's okay because again, worst case scenario he dies. Best case scenario, King is mine now. And then I use him against his own people. This guy. What's the score? I mean, we lost 21 dwarves. We're in the process of rebuilding. It's slow, but we're getting there. I might need to unlock it and then... Armored Gorilla, is he messed up? He's also messed up. Oy vey. Like 7 whole people. Yeah, no, I mean we'll get there. We'll get there. So well, so we've recruited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people so far, and 2 dogs. These are our industrial dwarves that were and agricultural dwarves that were at the base. We didn't lose them. We just lost our entire military. So I mean we weren't in a complete loss. We didn't get completely washed out. We just lost all of our industrial dwarves. I mean our military dwarves as well. All right, all of you guys, we're headed back now. We're on the slow journey back home. Yeah, our raid got lost at sea is what it was. That's what it was. Oh, no. The Southern Hive got lost at sea. That makes more sense. Yeah, no, they walked it. What is it? They came. The first raid got lost at sea, and then this one popped onto the scene, and then realized that you know there was nobody there. There was nobody there. So. Now we're just headed back to the keep. The Garzumi keep. And what I am going to do is I'm actually going to have the golem specifically actually stay back over for right now. Everybody else is going to go back to base. The golem is going to stay over here. They aren't dead, just missing in action. Exactly. That's what it is. I mean, in fairness, I didn't see any. I only saw like one of them die. The rest of them, it just said that they were gone. So they could just be missing in action. You know, they may not be. You know, currently dude smoothie, resting in the pit of some poor fishman. I'm not fishman. Some hive queen. Being used to regenerate the very few forces we managed to take with us. Possible. Probable? No. Possible? Yeah. Alright, I think... think we're fine now. We're good now. I'm gonna show that man what for. Now, do I have a skeleton repair, like a repair equipment? That's what I need to know because, Kenshi, I need you to go over here. I need a repair piece specifically. Like, I need to repair King so I can go and beat his ass and make him mine. Yes, we do. Fantastic. Okay. All right, we're gonna go give this to the construct here, who's usually manning the turret. And he is going to run his happy ass all the way back over there. And he is going to heal up King, and then he is going to convert King. And King is going to be one of ours. That is what's going to happen here. So, he's running back. How are you guys doing over here? They're surviving. Yeah, they're healing up. They're doing okay. They're doing okay, which is good because when I go back to them and go, continue our journey now that we're not under immediate assault, the plan is to go take out the breadweaves. But first we got to do this. This is actually very. This is cathartic, if nothing else. I just want to make King mine so that way when we march back on the Southern Hive, we can do it with King. Watch them get killed by their own leader. Or one of their own leaders. Downside is they have, like... I mean, you saw the numbers on those fucking things. Like, their general has stats that are like 120. Their executioner has stats that are like 115. All the Praetorians are like 97. We're going to need to seriously beef up. I mean, it's going to be devastating before we can do this. I may even have to repair relations with the mercenary guild. So that way I can, my thought is that if I can repair relations with the mercenaries, I might hire a shit ton of mercenaries, repair relations with attack hunters. Literally, I will bury all of the feuds that I have started for the sake of marching on that hive with, 150 strong. I don't even feel bad about it either. I'll bury every, that's what it was. We dug too deep and we woke up the beast of Khazad-dûm. The Southern Hive was our Balrog. But I'm gonna bury every feud every grudge that the dwarves have for the sake of building an army to go take them down. I'll run in 500 strong. Overwhelm them. Maybe. Absolute worst case, we kill them. But that is hopefully not what we need to do. Get him out of the critical zone, which he shouldn't be critical now, but... Once he's out of critical, I should be able to talk to him. And then it's just... Damn it. Got that Eagle's Cross. Come on, put him down. There we go. Yeah. Still critical? I not repair him anymore, huh? Shit, what do we do? Hey, Red, how are you? Also, he's only got a backpack now. What is that? What is with that? This time I caught the Balrog. That is the king. That is king specifically. Oh shit. Okay. We're gonna see what happens. Worst case, I have the golem there to back me up. You get over here. See what happens. I caught King. They sent a large execution force after Garzumi Keep, like right to my main base, and we evac'd the city. But King was ahead of them, and we managed to take King down with all three, with two of our golems and Tiny beating on him simultaneously. And now we are attempting to forcibly recruit him because I want to turn their own leader against them. So we're going to pick his ass up again, and we're going to try this again, except this time we're going to go back to Garzumi Keep to do it. Because we're going to throw him in a cage. I'm going to use their own leader to beat him. And it works out perfectly, too, because we use armored gorillas as our animal of choice, typically. We have, we've used armored gorillas. We've got Tiny and only 2 armored gorillas now because 2 of them died in the Southern Hive fight, but we use armored gorillas, and King is effectively a mechanized gorilla, so it's like a gorilla construct. It kind of still fits with the whole vibe. It works. It just works, as Todd Howard would say. It just works. It just works. But yeah, we're going to throw his ass in a cage, and we're going to forcibly recruit King to our side and use him to fight back against the Southern Hive, because we're going to war. I mean, this is our first real war. I thought the Tech Hunters were. I was wrong. This is the first real war we're going to be fighting. I thought that when we sieged the Tech Hunters we were, but that was amateur hours, what that was. Was amateur hour. You guys doing? What are we fighting here? Just a random bone dog? It sucks for that bone dog. I think that's all we've been fighting is random bone dogs here and there, yeah. Have you guys come up here for a minute? Working on correcting this issue. Woo lad. All right. I'm gonna save it too, just in case. Sorry, hold on. When did I? What is this? Oh yeah, see, this is why we have emergency saves, because I accidentally saved over the wrong save a little while ago. Look at that. That's why we have emergency saves right there. That's why. In my fervor, I saved over the wrong save, which is specifically why we have emergency saves. Now, cages are in here. Lock him in the cage. Repair him up again. And we're going to try this again. He got here first because the hivers were swimming and he turbo waddled across the bottom. Either that or he was smart and took the bridge. Based on when he came in, like, cause he came around. I'm actually assuming he might have done the bridge the smart way. Or he turbo waddled across the bottom. Both are possible. We'll get him out of the critical status, and then we'll see what happens. See where he's at. Worst case, I mean, he's in the base. Absolute worst case, I'll have Tiny and then beat his ass again. But best case, we get King. You know? That'll be a win. This man's an absolute unit. He's a beast. And then they'll have to fight their leader. And all will be hilarious. All will be hilarious. Let him do that. I need to get more weapons produced here at some point. What do I have right now? Plate maces. I mean, we got decent weapons, but we lost some really good stuff. We lost a Maitao weapon at the very least, a Maitao combat cleaver. When they ate Lord Grimdark, which was most unfortunate. So, working on that. Woo. Still critical. Weird. Weird that he's still critical. Wonder why that is. And I can't seem to repair him past that point. I wonder what the deal with him is. Press unlock and see what happens. Still an enemy, huh? Alright, well, then we're gonna do what we do. You and you. You two come in here and have you guys beat his ass again. No, Beep, you need to stay the hell away from this one. You are not ready for this. Sorry, good buddy. You need to stay away from that. Absolutely not. Hard pass. No. No, no, no. You would get floored, Beep. Floored. What are these guys doing for health? They're doing okay. You know what? I'm halfway tempted to just say fuck it and take his AI core and kill him outright. Just be done with it. Just be done with it. I'm gonna try it again. Lock him in the cage. Bear him one more time. But while he's doing that, I'm going to pop back over here and see what these guys are up to now. Continue our original plan. What are we doing? Oh, just starving bandits, man. Look at that. Ridiculous, ludicrous, asinine. Alright, fight the breadweebs. That's where we were headed. Fighting the breadweebs. To the breadweebs. We can at least get some Mytau weapons out of them. Granted, they're not very good Mytau weapons, but it's a start. And then at some point, I got to go back over this way. There is a Mytau weapon that we can get here that will let us... what is it? It's a Mytau battle pick is what it is. So eventually I want to go grab that. I also want to go kill Arms Barker at some point, too. He's down here. Again, no Mytaus on that. That's just for the sake of removing his head and having killed him, because I could bring the head to the Iron Will later and use them as recruits. Or as a recruiting ground. And then I have to figure out where the Tech Hunter pacifier is. As well as, if there is one, the Mercenary pacifier. If anybody happens to know offhand where the Tech Hunter pacifier is, that would be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely stunning. We're about to eat some bread weebs. Another thing, we could probably do some training up at the Cannibal Plains, too. No need to fear, Stud G is here. How's it goes? So we're running our dwarves right now. We are working on rebuilding our dwarven forces right now to make up for the dramatic losses that we suffered. Is this with mods? It is with mods. If you want to see, it's vanilla plus. If you want to see my full mod list, check out the description down below. I have a full collection of all the mods that I use in this playthrough, all there. One-click download. Nothing game-breaking. It's all vanilla plus. No, but it is with mods. Yes, we're doing a Kenshi Dwarf playthrough. Right, let's see what we got here. Red Weaves, and it looks like they've already gotten their asses kicked a little bit. They were fighting Dust Bandits, and they didn't take many losses, but they did fight them, which means they're already in rougher shape. So we can go hop on in and finish them off, which is exactly what we're going to do. Finish them off. Sad Neil, you're on archery duty, so you're going to be kind of over here. practicing that. Nice. Put him down. Put him down. When does a mod stop being Vanilla Plus? I think, so for me, the reason why I call it Vanilla Plus is because everything that I have in the mod pack fits the aesthetic and the vibe of Kenshi. It's nothing game-breaking. It's nothing, like, too invasive, and it's nothing that I think damages the overall feel of the game or the vibe of the game. It's all things that fit in the vanilla narrative and simply expand upon it. So it's like Hyver's expansion, right? Fits with the vanilla narrative, expands upon it. Bogman expanded, same thing. It's things like the weapons expand, weapon dissemination, the vanilla armor is expanded. It's all things that add to the vanilla experience that don't go outside the realm of like the vanilla feel of the game. That's what Vanilla Plus is to me. Way station east of the hub. Good to know. Good to know. I'm gonna have to go pacify the tech hunters. I think that the war with the tech hunters has gone on long enough. They're up there shooting down at us. Beasts. Alright, let's go full run solo. Down in there. I do think we should probably double check and see if either DMAC or Boozan were out here. Good old DMAC or Boozan. I don't think they were, but always good to double check just in case, because I'm mostly here for that Maitao. So yeah, Boozan was out here, but he's not the one with the Maitao. DMAC is, and it looks like maybe down here. Gotta look for that weapon. Look for that Maitao that I'm not seeing. We are considering crossbowmen, actually. All of our constructs, any skeletons we recruit are going to be crossbowmen. Yeah, no, we're gonna need them for the fight against the Hive. I was overzealous last time. I chose not to use them. I thought we didn't need them, and that was foolish of me. It was foolish. Run, small ones, run. Got up here. Whose ass can we kick up here? DMAC up here. She's not up here, so where is she? That's the question. Is she must be out here, then we must have already fought her. Maybe I just missed her. She must be out here. Now I have to search through the bodies and do all that crap. Gotta find her. The answer is to find the one that doesn't have a hood. Right. She usually doesn't have the helmet on. Nobody to catch you online. Big fan. Greetings from Argentina. Hello, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Always happy to have you here. Hope you enjoy your stay. I'm glad that you enjoy the content. And if you have any questions, about what we're doing, or even just about Kenshi lore, I love talking about Kenshi lore on stream. So if you have any questions or anything like that, anything's been crossing your mind, let me know. I'll try my best to answer. Where the hell is she? Gotta be around here somewhere. Is that her crawling away? Like a coward? No? No, is that her? That's her! Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. King Bashu, you're gonna head back down and you're gonna go get her. You're gonna go beat her ass. As we should. Sprint all the way back down there. Chase her down. She's crawling away. Unacceptable. She got pretty far, too. Is she fleeing right now? It says home territory aggression, but she's definitely fleeing right now. Hell yeah, good on you. Beating the Bugmaster and the Phoenix. Those are big achievements. The first time I beat the Bugmaster was bananas. It took me a stupid amount of time. I didn't know what Iraq was the first time I went in there, and half my squad got eaten. We did succeed in killing him, but yeah, no, half the squad got eaten. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. I'm gonna give the king here. I'm gonna give him the Suba eye patch. I think it'll fit the fit the vibe well. I think it's a fun addition. Just is kind of like he fought in this great conflict against the hive, and he took damage. He took damage, but he's alive now. All right, so there's that. Down again. We're mostly here for the Maitao. We gotta get weapons appropriate for our new nobility, because the mark of nobility for our dwarves is the possession of Maitao weapons. So. All them are up too. Yeah, they're all running out here now. All right, so we'll let them finish that off. Fight rolling, kill everything around here. What are you doing down here? Just beating up on this lone individual that was crawling away? Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to rest up inside the tower. Use their own tower as a temporary base of operations to rest up. And I'm going to pop back over to the base real fast and see what's up with them. Though we don't have much resting to do, which is cool. Sad Neil needs to get fixed. Got it. You can rest up a bit. Fantastic. Athena, you as well. And then everybody else should be fine. Should be able to do. So since they're fighting here, I'm going to pop back over to the base and see what's up over here. Still repairing. Still repairing. Still repairing. I'm going to be able to do that. Because he's normal. All right. I'm gonna look at. So somebody said tame beasties. You can do king, right? Like, is that a thing? Can you do? I'm gonna Google it. Hold on. Tame beasties. Can you Kenshi king? There we go. Does tame beasties allow you to capture king? So I'm not seeing it pop up, and I thought maybe with recruitable prisoners you could, but maybe he does make current recruitable. Yeah, nothing. There's no option to talk to him. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna have to go from there. Double checking, unless you have a specific mod I didn't mention, when there isn't an official tech hunter pacifier. Unfortunate. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what there is. All right, so I'm going to. Are you guys healed up? Enough. Enough to where we could probably take him again. Yeah, I'm not seeing an option to talk to him. So in that case, I'm gonna say fuck it then. I'm not seeing the option to recruit him or talk to him. So we're gonna set him free. I'm gonna have Kenji and Golem here just beat him up again, and then I'll lock that door, lock him in there with him, and we're gonna kill him. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna take his AI package. How many noble weapons were lost in the bug war? Only one, thankfully. Only one. I hadn't gotten around to getting additional Maitao for like the what is it, for Lord Red yet, and Lord Stream had been using a Fallen Sun, so he didn't have a Maitao. Yeah, dead, DED, dead, baby, all gone. Lord Stream had been using a Maitao. I mean, not a Maitao, a Fallen Sun. Hadn't gotten used to a Maitao yet. So only one. We lost a Maitao Combat Cleaver, which was being used by Lord Grimdark, unfortunately. But all in all, not a terrible loss. I mean, it's not great by any means, but it's not the end of the world. Could have been far worse. Could have been far worse. I need to remove these fish from my inventory. And we're going to go loot King's body. Fantastic. All right, well, King is dead. Or at least this King. I don't know if there's another one roaming around, but this King is dead. So, on the chance there's another one roaming around somewhere, that's unfortunate. But at the very least, we did kill that one. I'm hoping that there's just the one. I know there's only supposed to be the one, but sometimes, you know, expanded mod, depending, maybe it was like a raid-specific king, like an alternative. I have no idea, but either way, we've dealt a good blow to the Southern Hive by depriving them of their king. We've dealt a solid blow to them. King Bashu's got good lockpicking. He can get this open in a jiff. Open in a jiff. Yeah, we took out King. What happened was they attempted to send a massive siege to our base. Hey, Frankie, how you doing? They attempted to send a massive siege to our base. We had to evac the base, but King showed up before the rest of them did because we're assuming either he went across the bridge or he went across the floor of the water. And he got to the base first, so I sent my armored great white gorilla and 2 of my golems on him, beat the shit out of him, and then we fled the base afterwards. I was trying to forcibly recruit him because I wanted to use him as it's a baby king, yeah. It's baby king. So I wanted to forcibly recruit him, but it wouldn't let me. I'm assuming it's because he's baby king. He's not the big boy. His strength was not the 250 something that it was usually. It was only like 119. So I'm assuming it wasn't big king. There's probably still the big guy, but we did manage to take him out, which was, you know, I'll take a victory where I can get it, I guess. Dagon. Get up here. We're gonna... Hell yeah. Okay. When he raids, he spawns at a much lower age. Does that remove the king that's currently at the hive then? Or do we still have to contend with the big guy? I'm assuming we still have to contend with the big guy. Masterworth toothpick. It's going to one of our constructs. I believe so, but I'm not certain. Okay, so there's a potential chance that he might be gone. There's a potential chance he might not. Hello, Turtle. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. All right, so there's a chance that we've taken out a great enemy. There's also a chance that we have not. But either way, that's fine. What we are going to do is I'm going to sift around the remains of these ninja here for any human Greenlanders or Scorchlanders that aren't dead. Because even though I butchered them horrifically, we can use them as dwarven recruits. We can forcibly recruit them. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to have all these guys come over and just start recruiting. Perfect. Valkis, same deal. I'm only interested in recruiting the ninja because they have, I wouldn't say great stats. In fact, they're not great stats, but they're an easier recruit to pull. Gotta go look for a bit. Poppy saying at the moment. Yeah, no, you do your thing. You do your thing. Thank you for stopping in, Frankie. We'll hope you'll pop back over later. Absolutely, always good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. All right. See if there's any more Greenlanders that we can recruit, or any Juggernauts. If there's any Juggernauts, I'll pull them too, even if they're Dust Bandits. I don't care. I don't care. We're just it's funny because I'm literally taking numbers from anything right now. I don't care if it's Dust Bandits, I don't care if it's Tech Hunters, I don't care if it's mercenaries. I will take any recruit I can get as long as they're Greenlander humans, so I can convert them into dwarves. But I'm taking everybody. Everybody. Throw them all in cages. Put them in a cage. Put them in a cage. Stayed. Keep them from dying first. Gotta give them first aid so they don't die. And then I have to loot their weapons. Fantastic. More weapons. All right, and so then when they wake up, they will we'll be able to recruit them. Though it is going to be sometime before they wake up. It's going to be sometime before they wake up. I might end up leaving a guy here. Who can we afford to leave here? Is Athena? I don't want to leave them because they're. We'll leave Red here for right now. I think Red will stand fine. Be able to stand here on their own. If they get attacked, everything should be fine. Everything should be fine. We're gonna put you up here, and we're gonna put you on hold, and you're gonna hang out. And you should have some food. If not, I'll get you some food off of Zagan. Right, cool. And in exchange, I'm going to give you some of my medical materials. Cool. Cool. All right, so Red's going to stay here for a bit while we do some spelunking around to other places. Waiting for them to heal up so we can forcibly recruit them and add them to our ranks. So we're going to try to stick in this general area. Yeah, we're going to try and stick to this general area. I think we're going to head down here and take out Arms Barker. Arms Barker. No Arms Barker. Eventually here, I'm going to... I got to cut off some people's limbs, too, and give them industrial-grade lifting arms, all that stuff. All the usual Kenshi shenanigans. Remove limbs. Make strong. I'm probably not going to do it to the Juggernauts, because that would actually damage their overall limb health. Non-beneficial to them. You being attacked by something? Or is it just... No, it's just them making noises. Kill that guy. Oh yeah, there was a couple dust bandits around here is what it was. I think one of them may have shot me with a toothpick. Alright, so we're gonna head down here, take out Arms Barker, and then by the time we get back, they should be relatively healed up enough that we can forcibly recruit them. Tell you, Paytas Trophy has a great Kenshi channel. He's bald. He has a great batter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's being bald. But here's the thing: Frankie has a great Kenshi channel too. He just handles different stuff. Frankie's all about the mechanical side of Kenshi, is what it is. He's all about the mechanical side of Kenshi. That man knows Kenshi's like back end systems and the numbers better than anybody I know. Anybody I know. If you want to know why Crumble John's back got thrown out, that's more my area of expertise. I'll tell you about the lore, the stories, right? If you want to know about multipliers, bleed out rates, alt strats, the whole nine, Frankie's the man. Frankie's the man. Oh, I'm sure the skeletons are going to be even more depressed, to be honest with you, because it's right after the fall of the Second Empire, so it's right when the wounds of their second failure is still fresh. Still fresh. So their attempts to make up for the sins of the past, they just screwed the pooch on that. So I imagine that they're going to be even more depressed. That's true. He's not bald. One of us. One of us. One of us. You. Oh, more dust bandits. Please move for them. They are non-issue for me right now. I say right now. They're not an issue in general. I already took out their leader. That's a great point. Come back to the game after years. Playing my week off. Thank you for all the great vids, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I've got some more lore videos in the works. I've got some good stuff going on. I'm actually going to be... I finally worked out and have a stream schedule that I'm going to be posting here soon that should be pretty consistent most weeks. I think I'm going to be doing Monday through Thursday and then one day on the weekend. But I'm going to be streaming pretty much every night, Monday through Thursday, is the way that I'm thinking about going. I don't know if it's always going to be, what I'm doing currently, but I'm going to be streaming Monday through Thursday, pretty much every night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When I looked into this game, I thought the guy created his own engine, and that's why it was buggy. But no, it was just a pre-existing kind of old. Yeah, the Ogre engine was already 5 years past expiration, basically, by the time Kenshi was released. I mean, it was just a super out of date engine. Super out of date engine. Yeah, so basically because of the kids, I can only stream right now in the evening times. However, in the fall when they start school finally, kindergarten, wow. Wow. When they start kindergarten in the fall, I'll be able to do day streams. But right now until the fall, I'm pretty much relegated to evening streams unless like something's going on and maybe they're out of the house for whatever reason. You know, they go do something with the wife or that I'm not going with them for whatever reason. But come fall time, I'll be day streaming. So there's that. But right now, Monday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. and then one day during the weekend as well. Wait for Arms Barker to pull up. That unit there. I want his weapon is what it is. He's got a decent heavy cross that I want to use. Where are you at, Barker? You bastardo. Where are you at? He up here in the turrets? No, he must be out there in the battle. Where is he? We already drop him? That'd be anticlimactic. Arms Park. Where is this man? Bandit heavy. Toss bandit heavy. There's no way we dropped him already. He's not like overpowered or anything. He hits really hard, but like he's not super strong. Yeah, dude, camp beds are where it's at. They're underrated, and I always forget to take them. I always forget to take them with me on journeys, and then when I do, I place them down, use them, and forget to pick them back up. Huge, big stupid on my part. Something every time, every fucking time. Oh, we got a Juggernaut right here. Dust Bandit? Didn't know. Let's throw you in a cage. Probably recruit you. Same with dropping backpacks in combat too, never to be seen again. Yeah, like it's so in combat what I usually do is when they're like raiding me to take like my armor and stuff like that, or take my like food off my inventory, I'll just put the backpack in my inventory so they don't take it. I don't know where the hell Arms Barker went. He's supposed to be here, and I don't think we killed him already, but I don't see him out here. Oh, there he is. He beat up Sad Neil. What a dick. You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have Vishu. Not Vishu. We're gonna have our two new nobles fight him. I know that everyone in the games and everyone in the game speaks English or Kenshi Common, or as it were. Is there any other lore on the races having different languages? Sheks seem like they would sound rough, like with rolled R's. I mean, there's not anything in particular. I would like to imagine that the Hybers have like their own language that we just don't hear, but it's probably like some like weird like collaboration of like clicking mandibles and shit like that. I have no idea. There's nothing in the lore though. There's nothing in the lore that talks about it per se, but it is an interesting question to ponder. That is for sure. Now Arms Barker for sure. He's down. Take those goggles. I don't know what I'm going to use them for. And I'm going to take his head because that guy. Oh yeah. Okay, and trade with you. No, you're fine. You're good. You're good. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So we got Arms Barker. That's good. There is the screaming language, the shrieking bandage, but that's not English. That's if you follow my theory on the cannibals and the origin of the cannibals, the shrieking is it again. This is purely theoretical. I'm not quite sure. So I theorized that the cannibals of the Cannibal Plains had become what they are because they were followers of the cult of Stobe in the north that became radicalized and degenerated mentally due to heavy metal poisoning from tainted crops. And they kind of like devolved, and in their religious beliefs with mixed with that de-evolution, hyper aggression and stuff that comes with that heavy metal poisoning, they turn to ritualistic cannibalism, and that's how the cannibals started. The rest of the individuals that lived up there, the traders, the people that weren't part of the cult, the ones that didn't go batshit insane. And the reason why I think it's the cult is that on the stomachs of the female cannibals, they have what looks like an ochronite symbol painted on them. Oh shit, did I have her moving? My bad. No, go back to the Tower of Ninja. Back to the Ninja Tower. They have it looks like an ochronite symbol on their stomach. And so then I theorized that the ochronite or the cultists that became degenerated due to the tainted crops became more aggressive, and they became the cannibals that we know today. And that's why the nomenclature for the cannibals is very similar to that of the Holy Nation in the sense that you have like the cannibal grand wizard, you have like Holy Nation paladins. They all have that like middle, that like Middle Ages European phonetical like vibe to them. Because they come from a similar like an original source. Now, take that same logic and apply it to those that weren't part of the cult. You have people that were degrading mentally that were running away from these religious cannibals, these religious fanatics that were degraded, aggressive, and violent, and they had turned cannibal, and they'd be running, they'd be hiding, they'd be yelling, and over generations upon generations of this happening, they'd never be able to settle down because anytime they sleep, anytime they build shelter, they get attacked and kidnapped and eaten by cannibals. And so what used to be them running away and fleeing for their lives and constantly be running and never settling down ended up evolving into a type of culture where they are literally bands of roaming nomads that scream. And I think that's why the nomads, there's a journal entry that you can find or a note that talks about how the shrieking bandits are really just misunderstood nomads. And it's because they degraded in some ways, but not as much as the cannibals would have, because unlike the cannibals, while their ancestors were eating tainted crops, the cannibals were eating tainted crops in addition to cannibalism, which causes prion issues and further degrades them genetically. So the shrieking bandits are basically just what the cannibals would have been if they hadn't also been eating people. And it kind of the fleeing from the cannibals evolved into its own subculture of running, of yelling, of never settling down, of being misunderstood nomads, and they developed their own like tongue, their own way of communicating. So I'm sure they have their own language, but there's no way of knowing what the hell they're talking about. That's for sure. Will Sad Neil not be sad in Kenshi too? Silly questions for him. Probably still sad. Probably still sad. Maybe he'll just be normal Neil. Maybe he'll be average Neil. He'll be meh Neil. Meh Neil. That's all. He'll just be meh Neil. All right, we're gonna recruit this ninja here in a second. All the doors that we can. All the doors that we can. Any minute now. He might be even sadder watching. Yeah, I mean, it's very, 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 very much possible. He might be even worse than he is now. Might be even in even worse shape, even worse sadness, more depressed. He's he's saddest Neil. He's feels bad fam Neil. Happy Neil sounds too much like fast food. Yeah. 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 No, I agree. You can't have Happy Neil. Not unless there's like a side of fries. Can't be done. Can't be done. It was a stupid joke. Ignore me. Hey there, pal. Yeah, okay. So this with the recruitable prisoners, I've talked about this before, but recruiting any ninja, they just want you to be nice to them. They want you to be empathetic with them, not just nice. They want you to be empathetic. Sneaky assassin, sort of. The Holy Nation are the ones that see folks as cattle. No, we've done something to deserve it. Never met or talked to a ninja before. It is a skill. But it... What are you suggesting? Take your word, don't stab me in my sleep. Please don't. Fine, you're in. Woo. Okay. We gotta name our new dwarf. We gotta name our new dwarf. And we got a name idea? Going once. Going twice. Gotta fix that waist, my dude. Not waist, his hips. His hips are fucking stupid wide. Dudes. You could drive a train through that thigh gap, my lord. Glorp. First best guest. First guest, best guest. Wait, I can talk. All right, Glorp the Dwarf. Fair enough. We'll do the next one as Vigo. We'll do the next one as Vigo. Probably this is a woman, man. This is a we'll do this one as Vigo. Fantastic. Okay, so you can hop out of here. You're with us now. So now that you're not trying to moiter me, you can come down here and you can sleep. You're allowed to sleep now. And I'm actually going to send the rest of my guys back up this way. Now that we've done that, you guys can all get back up over here. How are we looking back at Garzumi Keep? Back at the Dwarven Keep. Once we have some money, I might end up going on a tech hunter raid as well. Kill some tech hunters. What is that? Oh, that's the raiding party that chose to leave the base, I'm assuming. Good to know. Good to know they're just hanging out. Right, so the rest of our guys are headed back up here. What's the screen ratio? 16 by 10. First time I stream, it fits my phone perfectly. My monitor is 2560 by 1080. It's an ultra wide, so it's 16 by 9. Yeah, so it works really well when you're watching from like your phone and stuff like that. Super convenient. Downside is when I end up going to stream to Twitch later on, I'm going to start dual streaming at some point. I'm going to have to alter the way my screen looks, where it's going to have like a black bar on the bottom with my game up top and then stuff like that, because I'm going to have to downscale it to 1920 by 1080. Because Twitch won't let you do ultra wide. It'll either crop it or it'll look stupid. So, but for right now, I get to stream at my native resolution, which is the 2560. I gave 100 bandit too much food while they were knocked out. Followed them from a distance for days after. They didn't attack until after the food was gone. I don't think they like robbing people. I feel for them. Yeah, I mean they're just out there trying to survive. They're doing it the wrong way, but they're just out there trying to survive. All right, let's keep going with this. Sneaky Dark Assassin, sort of. Must have done something. Never talked to you. Kills. Put it. Station you're in. Casting. Stab me in my sleep. Fine, you're in. All right, next one is Vigo. $87 for you. Nice wide frame. Good. We gotta bulk those legs up though. My dude is not. He skipped leg day too much. Half-driven mad Neil. Yeah, yeah. Literally. Oh, nice. And he comes pre-bearded. Love it. Love everything about it. Fantastic. All right, let's get you out of here, good buddy. Get you out of here. This gives me a chance to work on Red's lockpicking as well. And this guy still has a bit of time before he's ready to get out, so... Groin does sound like a good dwarf name, and regardless of the connotation behind it, I think our next male dwarf is going to be named Groin. I'm for it. I'm for it. Groin it is. What are you? Hungry bandit? Trying to usurp me, I see. Usurp me. Trying to kill me. Trying to usurp my throne. Now you're food. Now you have become chow. I'm going with the healings. We're going to put you in bed. Put you in bed. How's everybody else doing? I think everybody else is pretty much healed up. Fine. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We're building. We're building. Once these two warhounds get up to adults too, they're already starting to build. I mean, look at Grunt. He's getting huge. Grim is smaller. Grim is smaller, which is interesting. Yeah, these guys are going to be massive, and they're also going to be absolute units, absolute beasts, literally, figuratively. Beasts, true beasts. All right, so we have one more that we're waiting on. While we are waiting, actually, I'm going to give this Maitao Ninja Blade to our one of our nobles. One of our nobles. And then we're going to give Glorp here his weapons back. At least we'll let him use these katanas in the meantime until excuse me, until we get back to the base and we can outfit them with proper equipment befitting a dwarf. But for in the meantime, they can use that. Got a long trek ahead of us. Ooh. Back down there, keep healing. All right. While we're in the border zone, where else can we go that we, or while we're in this general area, where else can we go that we can recruit some stuff? Tiny settlement. What is this? I'm pretty sure that's a ruined outpost of some kind or some shit like that. Settled nomads. Where else can we go? I think we should be able to go to the UC territory if we wanted to. We could get some serious recruits there. We got to be careful though because I have bad luck with the UC. I tend to get in unnecessary like fights with them. Like a lot. It's actually really stupid. I don't mean to. It just happens. It just happens. Oh, you know what we can do? You know, I have a great Maitao weapon we can get. We're gonna go kill Ghost and get the Maitao heavy cleaver. It's the cleaver that looks like for any for any of my cultured folk out there, it's the same type of weapon that Zabuza uses in the first in Naruto, but it's a Maitao variant of it. For any of my cultured friends out there. What's Red using? Red is using a long sword. Good long sword, but still just a long sword. So we're going to have to get a Maitao for her as well. Valkus is going to use the cleaver. Yeah, we're going to get some solid equipment here. And then obviously King Vishu's using the Maitao hunting saber. For now, until I can get something better. But it'll do for now. Guy woken up yet? We also get the Maitao battle pick. Right, he's going to wake up here in just a second. Which we can get from the Slave Lord. And actually, I might end up doing that because then we can carry his body across over to Henge, turn him in, and we can get 100,000 cats plus a Maitao weapon. And there's another few things that I want to get from over there. Yeah, I'm in. As you can tell, I am in full rebuild mode. We gotta undo the mistakes, the crimes that were committed against our kind. All right. What's your story? Sneaky assassin. Yeah, sort of. Must have done something to deserve it. You, isn't it? Put it. 3. Stab me, find you're in. Nice, groin. Do you have any mods that add Mytal weapons? So what is it? My, what is it? Sorry, hold on. The weapon dissemination mod adds a few. And then I also have a mod that later on, once I get the materials and that kind of stuff, it will, I can craft Mytal, but I'm not there yet. My grand smith, my master smith, died. So I do have people that can, smith relatively well still at the base, like armor smith and weapon smith. But my master armor smith died. My weapon smith is still around, so I guess that one doesn't really count towards that progress. My weapon smith Hammett is still around, so I guess it kind of invalidates what I said. But I can make my Tau eventually, just not right now. Hold on, I have to do groin first. I got to do groin, and then the next one will be undoing. All right, this is groin. And you know what? Just for shits and giggles, we're gonna make groin. We're gonna make groin kind of pudgy. All right, he's got to have a belly. We're gonna give him a gut. Give him a gut. Okay, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. For you. And yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Have a good one, Turtle. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Trade with you. Give you the double sword for now. But as you can see, we have like the Mytown knife part here. We can use that to make stuff. Is there a dwarf named Derp yet? I mean, even if there was, good chance that they died. The good chance that they died. But no, I don't think there's a dwarf named Derp yet. Oh shit, I gotta go back to the base real fast. Dwarf stream. Yeah, because you two are in here. Forgot that I had them in there. Alright. All of you guys get over here so that you guys can eat. Cool. Okay. Beep, what are you working on right now? I need you doing stuff, man. He's got the strength. What's his actual attack stat? 14. He can't train that anymore. You can work on your you can run. You can run. Work on your athletics, Beep. You gotta be strong, Beep. You gotta be strong. Alright, let's get groin out of here. Hold on. What is happening? What are we being attacked by? Oh, triangle bandits. Filthy triangle bandits. Yeah, I have the gym equipment mod that allows me to train athletics and strength passively on some of my guys. So I let them do it back at the base. Basically, when they're not doing anything else, they're working on that. By the way, look how badass this dude, Lord Valkus, looks. One of our new nobles. Looking pretty beastly. He's kind of a beast. Kind of a beast. Kind of a beast. You know how you doing with that Mytal katana? We are doing. Yeah, it's a good way to build athletics though, especially like because we're in the bone field, like we're in the bone fields and the boneyards and all that stuff, and we're surrounded by beak things. Anytime we do any like supply runs or anything like that, like we have to outrun beak things and shit. So it's good to have a way to passively train your troops' athletics. Because otherwise you get eaten by beak things. And I don't know if you know this, but that's like one of the worst deaths that I can imagine, next to maybe being eaten by king. I think being eaten by king's probably probably the actual worst death that I can imagine. Eat by anybody is honestly the worst death that I can imagine. King, cannibals, fogmen, any of that stuff. But like next to that, beak things. Beak things is pretty bad. I don't think I'd want to be eaten by beak things. I think if I could avoid that, that'd be great. All right, so we're gonna rest up this last guy right here. Once he's healed up, we're headed down to fight the berserkers, and we're gonna kill the berserkers. It is so the cool thing about the treadmill and like the weight bench and that kind of stuff is that they'll do it when they're not doing anything else. So like, you can train athletics through like movement-based orders and stuff like that. But when they're aimless, when they're not doing anything else, they will train on the treadmills or they'll train on the bench, and that lets them train passively. So even when they're not performing orders, they will work on that. So there is a raid headed towards our base, 10-1. I don't think they're going to make it, but even if they do, it's just triangle bandits. We'll be fine. I'll send Tiny and my golems out there, and they'll fucking turn them to paste. Turn them to paste. All right, speed up time a little bit. Get this boy healed up. He is in not great shape. I might end up just saying fuck it, and we go to prisoner. He looks like he's escaped prison. Character, if he's spotted by any guards, he's in trouble. Leave town to clear the stat. Yeah. So, I think my mod list is under 70 mods. Yeah, I think mine's under 70 mods. I may be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it is. Also, because I'm feeling fun. Hold on. We'll do this. Here is 5 free memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you guys for popping in. We just had a nice bump in people, so here's 5 free memberships. Gives you 1 month of membership. You get access to the community Discord. Please feel free to enjoy it. Enjoy. Ah, itchy arm, itchy arm. There we go. How's he doing on healing? All right, we're gonna head out. We're gonna head to the berserkers. So next we are headed to the south. We are going down towards Squin. We'll stop at Squin first. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to pacify our original grudge that we were going to have with the shack. We're gonna have to deal with that, and ignore that, and we will we'll deal with that another time. Right now, priority is undoing the mess that we caused with our fight with the Southern Hive. That's our top priority. Actually, you know what? Real fast, we're gonna make a quick stop at the fucking the Dust King's tower, because I threw the Dust King in jail. But when you have the weapon dissemination mod, after you throw the Dust King in jail, and his faction, like the Dust King, is gone, his tower gets taken over by one of the 3 Triangle Bandit bosses, and I'm pretty sure they have a Mai Tao as well. Could be wrong on that, but worth checking out for sure. You hear? Triangle first? No? No, they're gone. Which means the Dust King might not be dead. Or he is. I mean, if he's dead because this place is abandoned. But then again, Dust Bandits still spawn, so who knows? Alright, well, no luck on that. We're going to head over then. Head over to Squin. We're gonna go kill Ghost. Put Sukan out of his misery. We're gonna end his torment for having a name that is reminiscent of a D's nuts joke. It's the only thing we can do to honor him. is that? Who are those? Oh, dust bandits. All right, well, time to make the donuts, as they say. Gotta train up our boys. Not that this is much training at this point. These guys are just fodder, but always fun. I tend to avoid some of those like some of the bigger overhaul mods and stuff like that, like the overall mod packs and shit like that too. Like I played with Blood and Sand for a long time, and then I played with Genesis for a really long time. If you look at probably the first 2 years worth of mod videos that I did, I was using Genesis for visuals. It was just great. But in recent years, I've come to not really prefer it as much. Not really preferred as much. All right, keep heading to the south. We're gonna go drop. Hi. I haven't played base game Kenshi in a while, but it's not so far off from my own. Again, mostly what I have here adds like weapons, armor, occasional factions, stuff like that. I don't have anything that really changes too much. One or two things to make streaming a little bit better. Like I will freely admit I have a mod that ups the speed of experience gain by like I think it doubles it. It's ×2. Otherwise, you know, you run the risk of watching me just throw mine copper for like 6 hours at the beginning of like a playthrough. But other than that, most everything I have, and I have one that decreases animal hunger on like the gorillas from 5x to 2x, so it's like a little bit more manageable. But that's about it. I tend to try and again stick with as close to vanilla as possible. Genesis hasn't been updated, really? I thought Atlas was still working on it. I didn't realize he had abandoned it. That sucks. Especially since there's some like parts of Genesis that are fully non-functional. Like last time I tried to use it, you literally can't even get into Emperor Tengu's like palace. There's a wall in front of the door. Can't even get into a citadel. So that sucks. Ew, that is a lot of bone dogs. Oh, geez, that sucks. I do feel for Atlas. That's really terrible. I had no idea. I wish him well. I know that he's not. I don't know if this has changed, but I know that like 2-3 years ago he was not a fan of mine. I guess he thought that I took too many liberties theorizing with the lore. I guess he was amongst the crowd of people that didn't care for me too much. But I do wish him the best. I that sucks. Nobody should be have to deal with that. As someone who's been homeless myself, you know, in my life twice actually growing up, it sucks. I wish him the best. I hope he gets that figured out soon. That sucks. I had no idea. I hope he's doing better or gets that taken care of soon. Yeah, so the Weaklings Give XP mod is, what is it? I think it's, I understand why, it's one of those ones where I'm like, I could put it on, and I think they should give maybe XP to a degree. I think the getting rid of XP entirely at a certain threshold is kind of counterintuitive. But it should be very, very low XP. Ooh, look at that. Okay, well, we need to pop back over here real fast. What door are they out of right now? That's the question. Are they at the front gate here? Where are they at? What gate are they at? Triangle first arrived at Garzumi Keep. Are they at the rear? Says there's a force of triangle bandits here, but I don't see them. Am I drunk? Am I missing them, or did they get eaten by fucking crabs? I don't... Oh, there's a couple. Oh, no, there's more than a couple. There's actually a good number of them. Okay, well, we're going to send Tiny, Golem, and Kenshi out there, and we're going to show them what for it mean. We're going to lock the gate behind them. This is going to be so funny. Absolute massacre. They're not going to stand a fucking chance. Close that gate. I feel bad for these guys right here. Because what's about to happen to them is not going to be good. Not going to be good. They think that they are here to raid me, but in truth, I am here to raid them. Get them, boys. Just tear right through them. See, this shit like this is why I felt confident going up against the Southern Hive. And then you can imagine my surprise when they killed 21 of us. Killed 21 dwarves. They technically killed 23 of us, but I'm not counting the 2 gorillas. They thought they were here to raid me. Turns out I was here to raid them. Hilarious. All situations like that is reinforce why, like, how tough the Southern Hive really is. Jump back over, too close to spin. I would make them dwarves, but triangle bandits cannot be recruited with recruitable prisoners because they're from the weapon dissemination mod. Unfortunately, otherwise I would be recruiting them for sure. Because they would make fine dwarves. Unfortunately. Yeah, no, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a single chance. They don't stand a chance. But unfortunately, the weapon dissemination mod is a whole separate mod, so the recruitable prisoners doesn't work with it. Unfortunately. Yeah, man, Southern Hive's no joke. Southern Hive's no joke. Especially when you have the, what is it? The Southern Hive expanded mod on, like I do. Yeah, you learn real fucking quick. Real fucking quick. I thought I knew, but I didn't. Thought I did, but I didn't. Yeah, they're good. Switch over to normal because we're about to walk into Squin. Squin for some reason is a bit taxing, especially when I'm streaming. Causes a bit of CPU load. Usually when I'm off stream, it's not terrible. I don't usually have like any stutter or loading or anything, but because I'm streaming, things kind of slow down a little bit. But honestly, performance is still solid, so I'll take it. It doesn't help that I have so many graphical mods on that things can move a little slow sometimes, but all good. Well, that's over. The Triangle Bandit raid is kaput. They're dead. Dead-zo. We're going to stop in here real fast, not because there's anybody I want to recruit, because I'm not recruiting any Shek, but because, 2 things. One, I need to make sure that my food stocks are good, which they are. And I also need to sell off some random like pieces of equipment or anything that I may have found. We'll get rid of the combat cleaver, all that stuff. Keep that head for later. I like to lure Val because it's just running around with a literal head. Perfect. And we're out of here. How do you join the Discord? On the membership tab, on my channel, go over to the membership tab and it should have the Discord link right there. You just copy that into your Discord under your join server and you should be able to join it. Your Discord needs to be linked to your YouTube though, because it reads channel. Like I have a bot that reads channel members. So if you're not linked to your Discord, or connected to your Discord, you won't receive the appropriate rank to be able to even see or participate in anything. So make sure that your Discord is linked to your YouTube, and then use the link in the membership page of of my channel. That is another Zagan right there. That's 2 more Zagans right there, but I'm not going to recruit them because not what I'm here for. Not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is we're going down towards the Berserkers, and I'm going to recruit them. Well, I'm not going to recruit them, sorry. I'm going to kill the Berserkers, and I'm going to take his Maitao Battle Cleaver. His heavy cleaver. How many people do I have, like, in my faction, or how many people have I recruited in my military? Because my military is what took all the losses. In the military, I have 9. No, sorry. In my military, I have 13 right now. In total, I have 35. My military used to be 24 strong, 23 strong, but 21 of them got eaten by the Southern Hive. So we're on the rebuilding arc. They're officially dead. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so now we need to head down south towards this village right here. Where we're headed. Towards the village. And that village is going to have Sukan, they're known as Ghost, and a couple of Berserkers. And I'm going to take those Berserkers, and I'm going to murder them. And I'm going to murder Sukan. And, they, construction people, do they need food? No, just one armored gorilla needs food is what it is. Yeah. Here, I'll stop right over here. Stop right here. My dude's on hold, and I'll pop back over and give them a hand. They require a lot of food, and what happened was I had Golem. I had Kenshi, who has all of the food that usually feeds them, outside fighting those triangle bandits. So, not you. Armored Gorilla. Oh, the Armored Gorilla is being carried. That's why. I didn't realize that he was being carried. Put him down. Alright. Alright, so all of you guys need to head back over here. Up that gate. Yeah. And then you need to be turret guard. Are you not being a turret guard? Get up there. Go man your turret. All right, so they should be fine now. Back to the recruitment. Is there a way to get membership for multiple months? Yeah, there is. So you can either sign up for membership yourself. It's $2.99. It's just under $3 a month. You get, a badge in chat, a shout out at the beginning of my long form videos, and permanent access to the Discord as long as you're a member. Or you can hope that someone gifts you a membership, repeatedly. Both of which are possible. Memberships get gifted out in this channel like fucking candy. Yeah. But the most surefire way to get membership for multiple months is just to become a recurring channel member. It's $2.99. I wanted to make it affordable. I didn't want it to be like expensive or anything like that. I felt that was ludicrous. I already felt bad enough opening up the channel membership. I just need it as a way to I use it as a way to help fund my ability to make content. Because my hope is that by the end of this year, I'll be able to transition to content creation and streaming full time. In order to do that, I need, consistent source of revenues. It's a part of it. It's a part of it. It also the membership in the Discord helps with like spam and shit like that too. I also just in general wanted to make sure that not that I'm super concerned about it, but I wanted to make sure that the people that were in the membership were hopefully either not bots, but also not people that are just going into shit post or cause problems or anything like that. Not that I think people would do that, but. You never can underestimate the depths of the depravity or the time that people have on their hands. So, So I want to make sure that the Discord is, safe. It's a safe haven for everybody. The people that are in there have, a monetary incentive to behave themselves, which is always helpful. And in addition to that, Jesus Christ, I hate the spider planes because the wind is so fucking loud. I don't know if it's so loud for you guys, but it's so loud in my ears, my lord. So loud. You're lucky that I'm here with purpose, which is to kill Sukan. In my headphones, it is so loud. Yeah, it's nuts. So, how many hours do you have in Kenshi? Like 2,500, give or take, somewhere in there. Yeah, like 2,500, something in there. Along those numbers. Where are you at, Sukan? I've come to beat your ass. He's in one of these towers, I'm sure. He might be in this one over here. Wanders around here. Oh, where the hell are you? He'll be around here somewhere. I know he's around here somewhere. Just figure out where the hell he is. Where are you? Why are you here, outsider? Oh, there he is. I'm here to kick your ass. Just batter him. Just batter him. I want your weapon, is what it is. So I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and take your weapon. Oh, my boy, he dropped sad, Neil. My lord. All right, Valkis, you just got your Maitao. That's what you just did. You just got your Maitao. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna need to come over and grab something real fast. Okay. And then we're gonna give this to Zagan to hang on to, because I don't want to lose this big Paladin's Cross here. It's a decent weapon. I don't want to lose it. Okay, so we just we beat his ass. That's cool. We're gonna move over here and put ourselves in hold. So the mech is from what is it? Lord Hapless's Old Ironsides mod. Hapless happens to be a friend. He watches the channel actually, and he gave me a custom version of. Ooh, skin spiders, big ones too. Okay, off hold. Fight for your life. All right. Happens to be a friend of the channel. Gave me a custom version of it, but these are the old from the Old Ironside mods by Lord Hapless. Really fucking good mod. Really good mod. Really talented, talented modder and also content creator now. I think he stepped away from Kenshi modding a while back for the purposes of content creation, so he might be doing that now. But I haven't checked on it in a while. But I talked to him recently. He still watches the videos. He comments on some of the videos sometimes. All right, so we have a Maitao weapon for Lord Valkis. Lord Athena has a Maitao weapon. Though hers will probably end up changing eventually. Red still needs a Maitao weapon. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to end up having to get one from, like, the UC or something, because she's pretty skilled in sabers, and I'm pretty sure that's what she's most skilled in at this point. I don't know. She can pretty much use anything that I give her, so we got to get her a Maitao as well. Right now, though, our first priority is going to be getting our boys clean, healed up a bit, because we're a little messed up. We're a little messed up. But we're good. So we've taken down Ghost. So we're in good standing there. I'm trying to think where else I can go for Maitao right off the top of my head. You know what? Actually, while we're here, I think let's go raid the Krull's Chosen. I think we could probably take them without an issue. What is this? Nomads? Okay. Wait, hold on, actually. Curiosity. Curious. Ever so curious. I don't know where they are. Alright, not gonna mess with it. Alright, we're gonna take out the Krul's Chosen. Not because I want to help the Shek, but because I want to raid their tower. They have decent loot in their tower sometimes, and I think it may be beneficial to us to do so. Thank God we're out of that fucking wind. Nice friend for my favorite slavery. That's funny. Lord Hapless, actually, in addition to the Ironsides mod, he made a fully voiced companion with an affinity system. Not voice, sorry, not voice. That's ridiculous. He made a fully, like, dialogued companion with an affinity system in Kenshi, which is crazy. That he managed to, like, include, like, a literal affinity system in Kenshi. It was really cool. Custom for the character. And it's a gunslinger, which is even cooler. A gunslinging robot. No, he makes some quality stuff. He makes quality stuff. Really talented guy. Really talented guy. I'm not sure about the whole thing because I haven't used that particular mod yet. I've never messed with it. It's just not. It's like the character itself is not my vibe. But if you check out the description, he goes pretty in depth on the mod about how the affinity system works. It's not based on world states. It's based on dialogue. He's got. I don't know. Again, I don't know what the whole deal with him is. He's got a thing though. It's a thing. It's there. The man managed to make an affinity system. All right, we're gonna go beat the Krul's Chosen's ass. What's everybody doing? We're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. How are you doing on ammo? The answer is he has none, so he's been running martial arts, which is fine. And Sad Neil's on martial arts too, because he's out of ammo as well. Fine. Okay. We're going to have the King, Red, and Lord Valkus come up front first, because they are obviously the ones that are going to be initiating this combat. And we're going to kick some ass. How's Valkus doing with this big-ass sword? He's still moving a little slow. He's got to build some strength up. That's fine. He's moving a little slow, but he'll figure it out. Got to build up them skills. No biggie. Work on that. All right, so... Oh, I'm not sure. Again, I haven't used the mod too much, so I'm not totally sure. It is heavy, but he will learn to use it effectively. I have full faith that he will. He's got decent strength as it is. He's got to build his heavy weapons, but he's got decent strength. We'll get there. Right now, the weapon weighs in at 56. I mean, he's going to have to max out his strength, but that's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there. I think for the purposes of combat for this situation, I am going to give him back his Paladin's Cross. We'll put the Maitao and Zagan for right now, just so he can be effective in combat. But that Maitao weapon will go to... Lord Valkus, for sure. Kill these bone dogs who decided to cross me. How's everybody doing? Good. We're doing good. How you doing, Gary Busey? Not half bad. Alright. Got them messed up. Most of them are dying, which is good. We want them dead. I don't want them to be unconscious. I want them to be no longer alive. We're going to kill Flying Bull, too. Guys, come on. Go inside the Krul's Chosen space. Do they think this is locked or something? I don't understand. Smash it. Beat the asses. What are you doing? There we go. They weren't going into the base for some reason. My lord. Alright. We're in, we're moving. Yeah, so now Valkus is moving a little bit faster. He's got a slightly lighter weapon while he's building strength. Oh no, I want them to be hostile. I want them all to be hostile. Thrall's chosen our we're here to butcher them. We're here to butcher them and raid their storehouses. We are here for that purpose and that purpose alone. Where's Flying Bull at? We're going to send Red, and we're going to send Vishu after Flying Bull if he's not already out here, which I don't think he is. Would have seen him. Where's he at? There he is. Valkus, you get in here too. Get Bull's attention. There he is. All right. Just batter him with rapid fire attacks. Can't even respond. He can't even respond. And Bull's down. Pretty sure Bull's down. Bull's down. Hell yeah. I'm going to take his leather eye patch because it looks cooler than the one that Vishu has on. It fits his vibe better than the Suba one. But so we're going to take his eye patch because fuck that guy. I'm going to take the Bull's horn, not because I want it, but because I don't want him to have it, because fuck that guy. And then we're just going to finish this off. Butcher everybody here. Kill them all. Down. Sad Neil's down. That's fine. He's okay. Vigo's down, but he'll be fine. And then we'll be able to rest up in these beds once everybody's dead, too. It is a unique weapon. It's a bad one. It's a bad one, but it is a unique weapon. That is true. These are some of the things that I wanted to look at, though. Yes, yes. For these guys here, for our newer dwarves, Glorp and whatnot. Replace their katanas with weapons that are befitting of a dwarf. A frame axe. I do love a good frame axe. Or a dwarven sickle sword. You know what? Let's go with the dwarven sickle sword. I'm down with that. Didn't realize that was a thing, but it's a thing. Dwarven sickle sword. Nice. With it. We do make our own weapons. We just aren't at the base. We have a ton of weapons back at the base, though. We have, like, master smiths that are making weapons at the base. We just aren't there right now, so I've got to give them something better until they can get back to the base. Because once we get back there, I'm also going to be outfitting all of them with the same armor that the king wears, the Imperial armor as well. We make all of our own weapons and armor at the base. We just aren't there right now. When I say there, I mean, like, physically at the base. Frame axe. And then Vigo needs something too, but he's in a recovery coma. Oh, Red actually went down. That's a surprise. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that even happen. Red never goes down. Got overwhelmed is all. Little surprised you don't have all of it on hand, but alrighty. I mean, we did have all of it on hand. We had 23 dwarves, and all of it was on hand. And then we lost all of them when we left with only our king, our lord, and our golem. So, and I needed to pack enough food for the journey, so I loaded up on food rather than any of that. That's why if you go back to the base here, we send Hammett into here, you'll see we actually have plate maces, which is what our standard equipment is for our units, and then we also have all of our armor pre-made. All of our armor is there, so, or much of our armor is there. So we're there. We're ready. We're there. I am going to have them work on some cuirasses, though. Some cuirasses. And boots, I think. Do we have boots? Plenty of boots, plenty of greaves. We just need helmets and cuirasses. Alright. Helmets. And then, who's on armor smithing? Oviel, but you're on that now, so. Yeah, so, I mean, we do have it. They just, again, they have to get back to the base to go and, you know, like, actually get it. What we haven't done because we've been on a recruiting journey. So once we finish our recruiting journey and we head back to the base, everyone will be outfitted properly. Ah, that's plank. Think of this. Yeah. No other faction is wielding the same armor type that we are, which is our dwarven imperial armor. Only one. Only faction that has it, because it is a armor that is only, like, you can only get it by crafting it. You can't just find it out in the wild. Can't just find it. You gotta craft it. So, all right. Red, you're gonna come in here and you're gonna sleep. Valgus, you too. You guys sleep it off for a minute. Good opportunity for our dogs. They're building up some solid stats. Yeah, the Oblivion armor mod, honestly, like the Imperial armor mod is one of my favorites. And for the purposes of what we're doing, like our dwarf playthrough here, it just fits the dwarven aesthetic so well. So well. And like he actually, before, when he went into battle against the Southern Hive, he didn't have the eye patch thing going on. He was actually wearing like the commander's helmet here. But I gave him the eye patch as kind of like a roleplay thing. He lost his eye in the battle. You know, it was devastating. 21 dwarves lost their lives. So he's working on that. You know, he's working on it. All right, I need some of you guys to come in here and heal up. So we're gonna do that. Fine. At this point, we're just hitting them as they wake up to finish killing them. They should be all dead here soon, if not already dead. The few of them that are capable of standing should not be standing for very long. More beds up here? There is. You go lay down. I think the king is fine for right now. What he is going to do is he's going to pick up Vigo and deliver him. It did. It weighed heavily on the king. He will remember it forever as the day that he lost many of his close friends. We lost everybody. Some of the dwarves that were in the party, in the squad that went there, I had since the beginning of this, since like the first or second episode of this run, of this playthrough. Grimdark, Lord Grimdark, I had him since I think the first or second episode. So some of these dwarves have been in the group for over 160 days at the time. I mean, it was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. But we are a non-save scumming run, no reloads. Yeah. No, we'll we got to live with the consequences of our actions, of our choices. We chose to fight the battle. We got overzealous, and in Kenshi, overconfidence is the root of death. We will all, unfortunately, succumb to death due to overconfidence. So we need to temper ourselves. It was a lesson in humility, is what it was. We got overzealous, we got overconfident, and we paid the price. So, but now the king has learned. He's smarter, he's better, he's faster. He's not going to make that mistake again. Will not make that mistake again. Bad Neil, we're going to give you these pants. Good pants. We're not going to give you that because it'll affect your crossbow speed, but we're going to have one of our other construct come over and trade with you to get out of those filthy pants that he's wearing. We can never have enough medical supplies. That's fine. And then up here there is more. The hell is this? No. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Dude's just hanging out there alive. Can't allow that. Long cleaver, triangle beak, hell yeah. Ooh. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Not the most incredible armor in the world, but it's it's not the armor that we're going to be wearing long term. I mean, but it is good enough that I'm going to use it. That's for sure. We're going to give him that. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's got a Got some drip now. Got some drip. That'll keep him moving for at least a little while. Decent stuff here. Decent stuff. Foreign greatsword. Love it. We're going to get Zagan over here so we can actually package some of this up. Crack saber. We got the Mytal. We got all that stuff. Yeah, we're good on that. All right. Have Red come over, package some of this stuff up as well. Grab as much as we can. What we don't use, we'll sell. What we don't use, we'll sell. And listen, drip is always important. Stats will come. They will change. They will alter as as a run goes on. But the drip is forever. Drip is forever. Double check this down here. See if there's anything else we want. Yeah, we're probably gonna just take a lot of this with us and sell it. Easy money is what it is. Easy money. At my inventory. Over here. No. Why not? Of course not. What are you worth? 5,000? What are you worth? 6, 7? Now I'm just looking at prices, see what everything's worth. Get rid of the one that's worth the least, which would be this Paladin's Cross. Perfect. Perfect. Well, we did just find a good source of money, which is good because we can use that to go get more recruits soon. We just gotta wait for some of our guys to heal up a bit. Glorp, you're there. Groin, hop down in the bed. Rest in the bed. Glorp, you're up. Vigo, rest in the bed. And then everybody else should be fine now. Yeah, everybody else is in good shape. Skeletons could use some repairing, but by and large, they're okay. They're okay. The shield being a backpack is goofy, but what are you gonna do? You know, I'm not the one that made the mod. I like the shield, so I'll take it. I'll use the fact that it's a backpack. I'll use it. But one benefit of it is it lets me shove food inside the shields of the soldiers, so that way they can carry their own rations with them. But what are you gonna do? But I agree, it is goofy. We're gonna give Gaddit that hat too, because he's doesn't need this straw hat anymore. And I'm gonna take that again, just so I can sell it. Get some solid money. Gaddit looks ridiculous in this hat, by the way. Looks absolutely ridiculous. He looks like he's like cosplaying as Darth Vader or a stormtrooper. What are the stats of the shield? They give you a so basically, what is it? The armor gives you massive combat decreases, so it's like a -8 to your attack. The helmet's a -4, boots, all that stuff. They all give you massive decreases, so the shields offset it. So it basically just comes out as you break even. It does a +15, so it breaks even for the stat decreases on the armor. So. Start the Fourth Reich with that helmet. Not literally. Yeah, Kenshi 2 needs better backpacks for sure. I don't mind the ones that they have, but I think the backpacks could use some kind of an overhaul. Would be cool. Yeah, a button to unequipped and re-equipped. Not even necessarily the whole squad, but just like one or two guys would be cool. Or just the ability to have people auto loot and put them into the backpack. Like I could set him to auto forage, right, or auto loot enemies, and they'll take that stuff and they'll put it into the backpack, right? Like that would be into the backpack of whoever's in the squad. Like that would be cool, But again, to each their own. Who knows? We'll see. Some things are gonna be great. Some things are gonna, probably still need to be fixed by mods, but not even fixed. I don't think fixed is the right word. Some things will need to be altered by mods. Valkus, what are you doing, guys? Come on. I think my constructs are stuck. Yeah, it's stuck. They rushed up here too quick. All right, so you're gonna pick you up. Oh my god. Okay, fine. I gotta have someone come up here and pick them up. Get it. Come up here and pick them up. What are you doing? No, get up there. Pick them up. Pain in the ass. Red too? No, Red can do it. Red, get up here. Pick them up. You up. Fantastic. I pick them up. I put them down. Pick them up. I put them down. All right. Now all of you guys get over here. Fantastic. All right. So now we've done that. We've beaten our flying bull. Pretty sure he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Where's he at? Where's his body at? The despawn. Yeah, his body despawned. He's dead. Cool. So he's dead. I don't think Ghost is dead. I'm pretty sure we just knocked him out and took his sword. We dishonored him twice. How fucked up is that? We dishonored him twice. He lost. The reason why he went from Sukon to Ghost and became an exiled 100 Guardian was because he got beaten up and they took his sword. So then in response to doing, after that, he runs into us and we beat the shit out of him and take his sword. He just can't win. He just can't win. Nor should he. Fuck that guy. He lost. Unacceptable by Czech standards is what that is. All right, I think our next stop is we're going to run over towards this... we're going to head over here. Head over here. There is a house up here somewhere. I have to find it. I'm pretty sure it's like up here in this area, somewhere in there, where there is a unique enemy called the Slave Lord. And we beat him up. I don't want to kill him. I want to beat him up. We can get a unique Maitao battle pick. We'll keep that, and then we'll also pick up his body and run over to the United Cities, turn him in. That's 100,000 cats. We'll sell off the hall that we just got, beating up the Krall's Chosen. Sell the hall that we just got doing that at Squin, and then we should have a shit ton of money so we can go around continuing our recruiting efforts. I hope Kenshi 2 has shields, and I hope they're animated properly. God, I hope Kenshi 2 has shields. That would be badass. Bugmaster versus Coughing Baby, basically what beating up the guy you stole from the one. yeah, I mean, pretty much. Put it on double so that way it's not chirping around as much. There we go. Yeah, I mean, basically, we basically just beat up a child. Go to Squin, sell this crap off. Kenshi is not totally based off medieval Japan. That's not totally accurate. The United Cities is based off of feudal Japan, and there is obviously like a Japanese samurai like desert punk vibe to the game as a whole. But I wouldn't say Kenshi is based on medieval Japan. The only thing that's based truly on medieval Japan is the UC. On feudal Japan, anyway. The game just as a whole has like that samurai aesthetic, but Kenshi's not wholly based on Japan. What are you guys? Caravan guard? Are they just a trader? Is it a garden trader, maybe? Yeah, it is. No one cares about the garden trader. Not growing apple trees. Ugh, loading. The joys of having a run that's 170 days in and also streaming causes things to slow down a little bit. There we go. Oh my god. Enough of your loading, you fool. There we go. We gotta get the Squin, sell this crap off. Yeah, shields would be really cool, though. Shields would be really, really cool. I could see many benefits. I hope that if they do have shields, I hope they're animated. I hope they properly like block with them and like use them. I think that would be really badass. Really badass. All right. Off to Squin. Do you think Kenshi 2 will require an update to the graphics card or RAM? Like to mine, or like in or are you saying like in general? Because like, I don't think it's gonna be like it would require like a NASA level supercomputer to run, but I do think it's gonna be pretty intensive. But the funny thing about Kenshi 1 is that a lot of the issues with its performance aren't even due to the hardware of the person running it. It's more often due to the engine just not being able to keep up or being bad. Like having better hardware obviously helps, but the engine bottlenecks you a hell of a lot more than the fucking the game than like your hardware does. So I do think it'll I don't know. It's on Unreal 5. Lumen's lighting engine can be really intensive, and Unreal 5 as a whole can be pretty intensive on your system and require a lot. So it could be pretty, beefy on your system, but I don't know. I trust Lo-Fi to optimize relatively well. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think. I think I trust them. I trust them. Is my point. I trust them to do it right and to make it, as reasonable as possible. I do think it's going to require like to have, not a potato. Like I don't think you're going to be able to play Kenshi 2 on a potato or like on your smart fridge, but I think that it'll be functional for a wide array of people. Because now would be a really, really bad time to upgrade. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, it would be really bad right now to have a game that requires you to upgrade, especially given the price of things right now. The price of your entire PC is now just the cost of your RAM, so, Oy vey. But, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's kind of too early to speculate for a lot of things. Show them my gear. I have nothing. I have nothing. I have none of the things. Head over here to armor. Sell off a lot of the crap we just got. Hello, Garcon. Business. All right, let's sell off a lot of this shit we just pulled. 4 in greatsword. Get rid of that. We don't need it. Triangle beak. Edge 1. Don't need it. These crappy katanas. Don't need that. We'll get you guys something different if we need to. We'll sell the ring saber. Sell that. That. Do you think Kenshi 2 will come out this year? I mean, best case scenario, I think if it comes out this year, it's going to be Q4 this year, but I don't foresee it happening. No, I think that's optimistic at best. Yeah, I think it's optimistic at best. I think more than likely, well, it probably won't be until next year, unfortunately. All right, that put us at 100,000 cats. So we're in good shape on that. We keep going. I'll sell Bull's Horn Axe because fuck that guy. Again, I didn't even want it. I just wanted him not to have it. I wanted him to die without his weapon. I wanted him to die without his weapon. Well, we are here, though. Let's see. These are all armor, right? Yeah, these are all armor. We should head over and see if we can get a good blueprint for some weapons that maybe we want to make in the future for our guys. Head on over to the weapon shop. It is. It is, in fact, a kukri. It's a Maitao kukri. It's the weapon that our king uses, Maitao kukri. I know you love kukris. We've had this conversation before. Maybe longswords. Maybe they'll come with long. That'd be cool. I'll buy it just for the sake of having it. Combat cleaver. Oh, actually, we already have longswords, don't we? Yeah, I don't need that. We could go combat cleavers too. They got decent bleeding on them. Alarm, falling sun. We get everyone's wielded out in falling suns. That'd be funny. Yeah, I think combat cleavers is a good way to go. I think it's a good way to go. Cool. Gladiuses are fun too. Gladiuses are fun too. There's actually one of the reasons I want to head over towards the UC on our recruitment journey is this tiny settlement right here. They sell blueprints for the dwarven weapons. they sell the weapons, the blueprints for the dwarven weapons. I don't know, actually. I don't know. Hold on. Okay, so now we're gonna head over and grab, head over this way. We're gonna kill the slave lord. We're gonna beat his ass anyway. We're not gonna kill him. We don't want to kill him. Killing him is not the goal. Where's my base? Down by the Fishman Isles. It is way down here, which is why my guys are not Fishman Isles, not Fog Isles. It's down by the Fishman Islands. That's why my guys aren't outfitted in their proper attire right now, because our base is way down at the bottom of the bottom of the base. So, but once we return to our base down there, everyone will be outfitted properly and we'll be all set. All set. But now that we have the recipe for combat cleavers, I actually think I'm going to hop back over there real fast and get that set up. I'm going to get because Hammett is my designated weaponsmith, and he's a damn good weaponsmith, if I do say so myself. And so I think I'm going to have him just start pumping out combat cleavers. Yeah, it'll be good. Armor pen plus 30. It'll be good. 1.4. Yeah. So he's just going to start pumping out combat cleavers. Okay. Hammett, what are you doing? Come on, good buddy. Need fabric. Do we not have fabric being free? No, we have tons of fabric. Come on, bud. Yeah, I wonder why he's not producing. What's going on with that? What's going on with that? This into there. Make weapon. Needs a, oh, they're out of fuel because the one that was using the fuel that was making the fuel died. Okay, I need to fix that. One of our guys was one making the fuel, so I think I'm gonna have Beep do that. That's what happened. No problem, no problem. We have all the materials to do it. It's just one of the dwarves that died during the battle of the Southern Hive was the one that was handling our keeping our generators running and our batteries fueled is all. So we will just have to handle that. Oh shit, I gotta empty his inventory. Thank you. You should see the ones that I build when I actually am not being attacked by crabs and fishmen the entire time. Because this one's actually not my best work. I build way better when I'm not under duress. Nope, Beep did not die because of the Southern Hive. I actually kept him at the base because he was not ready for combat. He was not ready for combat. The Southern Hive did. We went in with 23 dwarves, 3 golems, and 4 armored gorillas, and we left with 2 dwarves. They beat us to death. We did not. It was not well. It was not good. Real bad. Really bad. Really bad stuff. It was honestly a tragedy. Truth be told. So. Good though, we're about to fix the power issue so we can get back to work. Did not realize. So the thing is all 23 of the dwarves that went all had stats in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. We also had Tiny, who is the Great White Gorilla in full fucking armor, and we had three golems with stats in the 80s and 90s. I thought we were going to be okay, and we had just leveled the Flats Lagoon and like Tech Hunter bases and all that stuff, and Morn, and like so I was like, oh, you know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. I think we got this. No. All right, so I'm just gonna manually do this first round to get these running again, get the batteries charged again, and then after that I'll set Beep to keep them full, and then we should be fine. Boom. Okay, so that's that. We should have power now. We should be producing weapons and armors again. Didn't realize that was the situation. Vigo, what are you doing, man? Taking forever. Slow as dirt. Correct, I killed Flats Lagoon. Correct. I butchered every one of them. My faction is at war with the Tech Hunters. We're technically we're at war with everybody. I mean, it was this was it turned into a genocide run, but the Tech Hunters were my nearest neighbors. I ended up accidentally going to war with them after an incident that happened at a way station, and we just kind of rolled with it. And we killed everyone in Flats Lagoon, or well, not everyone. We beat the shit out of them and raided Flats Lagoon, and so we did that. And I was like, oh, we didn't take any losses. We barely even took any damage. We were good. Everything was fine. And so I was like, we can handle the Southern Hive. Like, it's gonna be tough, but we can do it. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. The Southern Hive made Flats Lagoon look like a fucking cakewalk. Like a cakewalk. There was no chance. There was no chance. We didn't stand a single chance. We didn't even put a dent in the Southern Hive, truthfully. We didn't do anything to them. We didn't do anything to them. Wasn't even close. Which is wild. Absolutely wild. Obscene, in fact. I would go so far as to say obscene. But the other thing, too, is that Tech Hunters make easy recruitment for the Recruitable Prisoners mod for you with dialogue for you to recruit and have decent recruits with good stats. Like, you can recruit Tech Hunters that have stats in the 60s and 70s, and it's only going to cost you between, 8 and 10,000 cats each, which, sounds like a lot, but, late game, it's really not a big deal. You can just beat the shit out of a bunch of Tech Hunters, throw them in cages, and then pay them each 10,000 cats to join you, and that's how you can build up your empire. So that's what I was doing. The issue wasn't even the numbers. We can deal with being outnumbered. The problem is that the Praetorians and the Drone Guard... Basically, there's the weakest units in the Southern Hive because of the Southern Hive Expanded mod. The weakest units have stats in the 60s and 70s. The strongest, there's at least 15, 20 people surrounding the Queen that have stats that are 90 to 120 plus. So, it's going to require some fucking work. Some work. We're going to need some serious numbers, which is why I'm out here recruiting... every juggernaut that I can find. I'm going to recruit every war dog I can find because we need to go back in with some numbers. We need crossbows. I need bounty hunters. I need everything. So mercenaries, crossbows, the whole nine. I mean, we're going to go in fully stacked this time. We're not going to make the same mistake twice. We are not going to make the same mistake twice. And we're going to have higher stats. We're going to be better. I need a Southern Hive soldier with brain damage. So what you're telling me is that I need to kidnap and enslave Igor? Because I'll do it. And I don't even feel bad about it. I'll do it. I'll do it. My God, I'll do it. I meant Rex, but also works. Loading tonight is driving me nuts. Because I have so much going on back at the base, plus we're over here. And we're moving. Long journey. So somewhere to the north up here, up in this way, like I said, there's a bounty added by the weapon dissemination mod that will allow us to who's up there? Red. A couple other ones, it's fine. There's a bounty from the weapon dissemination mod. It gives us 100,000 cats for the bounty. And in addition to that, we get oh shit, Lord Red and Grunt are being chased by Starving Bandits? Starving Bandits. Kill them all. Kill them all. Let God sort them out. What's the bounty called? Oni Castle? No, not this one specifically. Although I am going to be headed over that way soon. I know, starving bandits, terrified. I'm petrified at the prospect of having to fight these starving bandits. Putty. Turn them to putty. Blorp went down. Fantastic. As long as no one's legs are damaged, we should be fine. Dog's leg's damaged, but his leg will heal quick. They got disgusting passive regeneration. Is there more over here? There's more. Fine. Wait for combat to end so we can heal up a bit. James, how you doing, sir? Welcome. We're currently trying to undo, well, not undo, but repair ourselves after the tragic death of all of our dwarves. I hope work was well, friend. I hope work was well. Might have to carry him. His leg will heal up quick. He'll be fine. Alright, we're gonna carry you. And we're off again. We're back on the move. Touché, sir. Touché. Work is always poo. Ah, what's going on? There we go. Alright, so we are almost there. Slave Lord's going to be he's not going to be tough, to be honest. We have him outnumbered with decent stats, but he does have stats that are like upper 90s, I believe. But we should be able to just beat him by numbers alone. I don't think this is an effective way to get down, guys. Your pathfinding might be on some kind of illicit substance. There's Rome. Fantastic. Sensational. Alright, now we have to head north. I'm pretty sure it's up this way. There's a particular, like, ruined house that I'm looking for that I'm pretty sure is up this way. You can always locate it because there's a sandstorm nearby. What are these? Dust bandits? We're going to dodge those. Dealing with it. Literally. Charge! Never mind! Dude almost gets pushed off by Kenshi. Not Kenshi, Zagan. Getting my golems confused. Oh, we can stop at the paint shop and rest up. That's cool. Stop up at the paint shop, rest up, get our guys back in fighting shape. Specifically, Glorp, who's currently limping. His arm is all messed up. Yeah, the paint shop. God, there's more of them. Oh my God, there's so many more of them. Look at them rush to their death. Look at them all. Little peons rushing to die. I am not at war with the Holy Nation, but if they see me here with Sadneil in my construct, I will be. So we're trying to avoid the Holy Nation a little bit. Part of the fight done. Just kill these guys off. This is my favorite part when you're fighting starving bandits, especially late game. When you just cripple them all and they can't go anywhere, so they just wander around like little caterpillars making paintings on the ground as they bleed out. Never seen this game. This is Kenshi. This is the game. It is super deep. Oh my God, is that more? Are they coming for me? Hope not. All right, round 2. You just want to go heal up in peace, everybody. Come on. Get over here. Holy Nation is the only ally in this run, maybe. I mean, short term, maybe in the short term, but long term, nah. This is a this is a dwarf supremacy run. We're here for we're here to make dwarves the dominant / only race on Kenshi. If you're not a dwarf, then get out. Get out. Flee. You. Mina, heal up for you. Yo, heal up for you. Yeah, so we're just waiting for these guys to heal up a little bit. In the interim, we'll hang out. Go up. What are you doing? You're supposed to be in bed. You're supposed to be resting, you fool. Yeah, no tall dwarfs around here. Only short boys and constructs. We'll take robots too, golems and whatnot. We'll take them too, but for the most part, just our based small guys. That's all. Our wee lads. I'm not really concerned about them healing all the way up. I mostly just need their legs healed up, but I do want to get his arm and his chest up a little bit more. Oh yeah, and Beep. Beep is the only exception to the dwarf rule. But he's Beep the honorary slayer. That's different. It's different. He's Beep the Slayer. Different. I don't know why it's different, but it's different. It's because he's a cinnamon bun. It's because he's a wonderful little cinnamon bun. And you get starving bandits who don't know when to stop fighting. Dude, it's over. You're gonna die. I'm sorry to tell you, you're gonna die. Stay down. Stay dead. My lord. They just don't know when to quit. All these, it's the Juggernaut bandits is what it is. It's because they're Juggernauts, so they get back up and they just keep fighting. They just keep fighting. Hey, look, more fools. Fools, that's what they are. Fools. Crawl away, fool. What? How are you doing? Good, good, good. All right, we can move. We're rested up. We can move. What is this? Who's fighting who? Triangle bandits versus hungry bandits, per use. Tale as old as time. Tale as old as time. All right. Make our way up here. Up that little sandstorm that you guys see up there, that is in the direction of where the slave lord is. We're gonna go beat him up. And then once we do that, we can get we both get his Maitao battle pick, which is going to be cool, because it's a Maitao battle pick. And we can also go bring him to the United Cities to get 100,000 cat bounty. So we'll have 200,000 cats, and we can use that to just start mass recruiting in the United Cities. Downside is we're going to have to be really careful, because the mercenaries guild will attack us on sight in the United States. We gotta be careful about that, but as long as we're not stupid, we should be fine. Go into the cities, put ourselves as block, and we should be fine. Alright, I'm going to do this a little different. I'm going to take the the king and the 3 nobles and have them fight the slave lord. What's his stats at 98? Yeah, so they're gonna fight him. See how they do against him. This is nowhere near endgame. Nowhere near endgame. Yeah, see, he's a beast. He's a monster, that battle pick is. 4v1, though, and maybe they stand a chance. If not, worst case. Okay, so red is down. Yeah, we're going to send Tegan in. pick. All right, so Athena, yeah, I mean, he's just beating our ass. Oy vey. He's a beast. All right, all pretense is off. Everyone go kick his ass. Keep on kicking his ass. He dropped Zagan? Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna have to really recover once we finish up with him. If we finish up with him. God, dude, he just won't go down. Almost killed Red outright. That's fucking ludicrous. That would have been devastating. Jesus Christ. Okay. He's down. It took the entire squad, but he's down. We're going to take that away from him. My God. All right, get it. You're going to pick him up. And then everybody's got to start healing up. Ridiculous. That's what that shit was. My God. He almost dropped the entire squad. Almost dropped the whole squad. That's nuts. That's crazy. I knew he was tough. I didn't think he was that tough. Oh my God. Another roaming band of hungry bandits. Really don't need that right now. That was really tough. That was really bad. Now we just have to survive long enough to get everyone healed back up. Hopefully we don't drop him. That would be annoying. On the upside, though, I took his weapons away, so it shouldn't be that bad. He does have 100 martial arts, so yeah, let's really hope we don't drop him. Because if we do, I don't know if we're going to be able to get him back up. No, no, get back over here. You need to get in here. You're holding, blocking, you're healing. Oy vey. Oy vey. Alright, how's everyone doing? What are they up to? Bayless. Anybody take any, like, permanent damage? We lost a left arm. Not a big deal. We can get that back when we go back to base. First time seeing the game. I like how you narrate. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you chose to stuck around. That didn't make any sense. I'm glad you chose to stick around. All right, so now we're in heal. Is there any beds around, or are we just hanging out? We are just hanging out. Fantastic. Oh, there's some people chained up. I'm not going to save them, but good to know that they're there. All right, so who's still on the ground? You are. God, it's carrying him. Athena's crawling. Excuse me, Athena's crawling? No? Good. Vishu, you pick up groin. Sad Neil, you pick up Glorp. And then we should be able to move again. Zagan, are you healed up? Cool. So now we're going to limp our way. Holy Mine Ruin. Is there maybe beds over here? Doubt it, but check. Bandit faction over here? Dust Hunter. Well, shit. Where can we go to rest up around here? We could go back to the paint shop, but that seems like a bit of a trek, and I don't know if we're going to make it. That's the question. Not totally sure if we'll make it there. Yeah, maybe our only option. All right, we'll head to the paint shop for now. That'll be the plan. Back to the paint shop. We'll go this way. I don't want to cross paths with the dust hunters. We'll just have to make our moves carefully. Everyone, I think the reason we're mostly moving slow right now is Athena, but she'll heal up quick once we're back at once we're to bed. So we'll be fine in that part. We got him though. He's got a bounty of 100,000 cats. Hopefully we don't drop him. We don't have to fight him again because that noise. I did not expect him to almost drop the entire party. Dude's a monster. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that again. But dude was an absolute beast. Absolute beast. We did get the battle pick though, which is exciting. How much is that? Yeah, I mean it's got 60 armor pen, plus 8 attack, plus 2 indoor bonus, and it does extra damage against robots. So, who do we give the Maitao battle pick? Which is considered a blunt weapon. We'll give it to Red for now. Red's been used on a longsword, but maybe we'll use the battle pick for now. Cool. All right, cool. We'll run with that. Eventually, I think when we get back, I'll end up giving it to the new Smith Master, because originally Rusty Thompson was our Smith Master, but he unfortunately perished, and he was using a battle pick. That was his weapon of choice. I was going to get him the Maitao battle pick eventually, as a symbol of his station as the lead craftsman for the dwarves, but he bit the big one, so each their own, I suppose. You're starving bandits again. We just got to be generally careful about getting into a fight with too many people at the moment. Welcome back. You missed the absolute brutality, I think, that was us fighting the slave lord. He pretty much wasted the entire squad almost. We managed to beat him by the skin of our teeth, but we got him. Yeah, it was bad. My dude dropped almost all of us, including Zagan. He beat the shit out of all of us. I think only 2 of us were up still when he did it. He's a beast, but we took him down, and it's good because we're gonna go heal up, and then we're gonna head to the United Cities to turn his bounty in, get that sweet 100,000 cats, and then use that money to fund our recruitment efforts. I feel like the vast majority of our recruiting is going to occur in the United Cities. I think we're going to be able to get a good number of recruits there. I could probably send King Vashu into some of the Holy Nation cities as well to recruit from there. So that's a possibility. I just got to be careful about when we do it. We only send in 1 or 2 of our guys at a time. I don't want to risk pissing them off and then having a full-scale fight with them. We would probably be okay-ish, but depending on how many of them come at us, we'll get overwhelmed. I'm curious if they have any more juggernauts in there. Again, I'm trying to recruit as many of them as I can. They will be quintessential in the days to come. All right, rest up in the paint shop. Oh, of course, only dwarves. Only dwarves. We only recruit dwarves. But, technically speaking, anyone can be made a dwarf. Alright, we'll put him in a bed. We need Red put in a bed for sure. Fantastic. Athena will put you... she's almost healed up. Fantastic. Vigo, you get a bed. Brian's in a bed. Where's Glorp at? Glorp. Bed. Perfect. Alright, so we'll let them heal up, and then we'll continue our journey. Unfortunately, Groin lost an arm. We do have replacements, but they are back at the base, so he's going to be kind of SOL until then. What's the weapon? A frame axe? I think he can still use it with 1 arm. If not, I will, I'll give him something else. You know what, actually, we'll have Red give him, once she's up, we'll have Red give him her longsword. Yeah, I don't think he can use the frame axe with 1 arm. He can use the longsword, though, I'm pretty sure. So I'll have Red give him her longsword, and he should be fine. Worst case. Or, I mean, or he runs martial arts for a while. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. It's building character, and we'll give him a replacement arm when we either get to the United Cities or when we get back to the base. Building character. Alright, they're looking good. How's everyone else doing? We are good, Gary Busey. We are good. Alright, we'll let the king rest up, too. He's got to get some sleep. He's just straight up unconscious, so we're going to have to wait for him to wake the hell up. Or find a live. Yeah, well, the tech hunters will attack me. I mean, we can probably kill some tech hunters and do it that way, but the tech hunters will attack me. He's bleeding out? No, he's recovered, which is good. Oh, 80,000 cats. Sorry, not 100. After this, we are headed to the United Cities. We have a stop we're going to make, which is after we get past the Black Desert City. Through here, we're actually going to... We're going to make one stop at... Where is it? There it is. This tiny settlement here. Because that is where we can get the blueprints for dwarven weapons. Sweet, succulent dwarven weapons. All right, I think we're almost up and moving again. Almost up and moving again. Perfect. Oh, right, he's just unconscious. All right, let's go back inside so we don't have to fight any starving bandits while we're waiting. Forgot he's completely unconscious. He's healed up, he's just unconscious. Probably from losing his arm. Guys, I said go back inside so we didn't have to fight, and you immediately run outside and fight. What the fuck are you doing? Did you have this planned out from the start or as you go? So originally my plan was to make a faction of dwarves and go to war with the Shek Kingdom because I was basing the faction of dwarves on the dwarves from Dragon Age Origin, right? And so I wanted the Shek to affectionately be my darkspawn, right? That was the goal. Was the Shek were going to be like my darkspawn, and my dwarves were going to be like the Legion of the Dead. And that was, 17 episodes ago, and things have just things have progressed since then. Things just happen in Kenshi. You can only plan so much. No, that's kind of where we're at now. Yeah, so I had a base plan, but things have gotten complicated. Originally, my thing was to have a war with the Shek, and that was the point. Was we were gonna fight the Shek, we were gonna beat the Shek, and then we were gonna go from there. And it very quickly turned into a dwarf supremacy run, where I've gone to war with almost every faction. Ironically, I haven't gone to war with the major factions yet, but everything that's not a major faction wants to kill me now. It turned into a dwarf supremacy run pretty fucking quick. Inadvertently, of course, wasn't the intention, but here we are. All right, now we have to get through this place pretty quick because Slave Lord will be experiencing acid rain, and he might fight the big one. Do you have any dwarves that are robots? I mean, we have so the way that I'm justifying skeletons and stuff is that much like in Dragon Age, there are dwarves that, they can create dwarven constructs, right? So like automatons that will, made of stone and metal that will fight on their behalf, which is how I justify Zagan and the Ironsides. It's also how I justify recruiting skeletons. They are dwarven constructs. Tinkered machines, crafts put together for the purpose of defending their lords. How's he doing? He's fine. Fine. Dodge the skeleton spiders. We should be fine. Gotta double check every spider to make sure they're not gonna come alive. Try to fucking push my shit in. Most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. Try to dodge the Ironsides. Don't want to deal with them right now. We don't have time to deal with them right now. Oh my god, why would you run through the fucking acid, you fool? He said, ow, it burns, as he runs through a lake of literal acid. You absolute buffoon, you silly goose, you fool. Buffoon. What are we doing? Is he still alive? He's getting rough, but we should be able to make it out of here before he melts. Should be able to get out of here before he melts. Good old acid rain. How's everybody doing? They're doing pretty fine. They're doing. Again, how's our prisoner doing? Slave King. He's doing fine. We should we should be fine. We should be able to get out. As long as we don't run into any ridiculous hiccups or anything of the sort, we should be fine. Knock on wood for that. Town. We'll come back to that later because, what is it? The head of Barker in the inventory for Lord Valkus there is actually what's going to get us in with them. We'll go back to that at some point. But right now we need to get out of this rain. Should, right up here, be out. And we're in the United Cities territory. So first things first, we got to run to the nearest town, drop this bastard off, collect our winnings, put us at a nice 180,000 cats, 179,000 cats. Solid fucking haul. Solid haul. Count that as a win. And then we continue moving from there. We also got to stop at the Dwarven, the Dwarven facility. But first things first, we got to get to Henge. Means making our way through here. Dodge the smoke clouds. Don't run into the smoke clouds. You fucking idiot. Stop running into the smoke clouds. Fine. All right, and then we got to dodge skimmers. We are officially in the desert. Away from the sand skimmers. You think that's crazy? I saw a dude the other day post on the r/Kenshi Discord, not Discord, the r/Kenshi subreddit. My dude was on day 50,000. 50,000. Didn't even know you could do that. My dude was on day 50,000. Didn't even know you could get that high without your game fucking, exploding. But he did it. Nuts. Alright, we're almost to the UC. We're gonna drop this guy off. Yeah, it's crazy. Why? I don't even know what you would do for that long in a playthrough. By that point, you should be... everyone in your group should be affectionately immortal. You shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. You should basically be immortal. Alright, when we get up here, we're gonna send Goddit in, because Goddit, one, he's carrying... excuse me, he's carrying the Slave Lord. And he's got to turn that bounty in. But also, I only want to send one guy in at a time because I don't want to run the risk of getting attacked by the mercenaries or the tech hunters that are in the city. So if I send one guy in, I can be a little bit more strategic with what we do. Avoid the pain. Avoid the pain. Last thing I need to do is piss off the UC now too. We'll avoid that. Wind is crazy loud. My lord. All right, so we're gonna post up over here, put everyone to hold, and then we're gonna have Got It run in, since he's carrying the prize. Police, yeah. Talk to him. Boom, 80,000 cats. So now we have 179,000 cats that we can use to recruit people. All right, let's see what we got. So tech hunters are going to be obviously hostile towards us, so we got to be careful about that. We're gonna have to get too close to them. Mercenaries as well. Get too close to them. See if there's anybody in here worth... Oh, excuse me. Oh, anybody in here worth recruiting? Ah. Getting antsy. Here. Not in here. We should also probably get a left arm for our new recruit over there. I may end up actually just taking this money, going back, and we'll do a raid on like Morn or on Flats Lagoon again, and or we'll go to the way station, start kidnapping tech hunters and forcibly recruiting them. That'd be a good way to go about it. Put the money to more immediate use. Might be a good way to do it. All right, well, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to run back here, though, and we got it, run back here, and we're going to go collect money from, not money, we're going to go collect those, stuff from the dwarves. And I think there's another Mytal weapon that I want to grab at some point, too. So we're going to go off and find the other dwarves. And there are more. There are more dwarves. Avoid them. Slave hunters. They'll try and enslave us for stupid... They'll be like, oh, you look familiar. You could be a slave, right? And then they'll attack you, because... Why wouldn't they? My god, that wind is loud. And getting back down to the base from here actually shouldn't be too difficult. In the grand scheme of things, which is good. Which is good. Perfect. Got away from that blistering wind. Now it's just normal wind. The world's steampunkish? More like desert punk. I think desert punk is probably more accurate than steampunk. It's kind of like dystopian, former hyper-advanced civilization, now in a desert punk style, like samurai setting. So like think Mad Max meets like Fallout meets Mad Max. With hints of the Japanese tiny settlement. Funny they call it a tiny settlement because it's a dwarven settlement. Paint shop? It is a paint shop, right? Yeah, okay, cool. If we need to rest up, we can do it there. Blistering winds and scorching deserts. Blood Raider? Yeah, Blood Raider. Rom. Hop on up here. That little makeshift staircase there, that's cool. And then there should be dwarves here that we can talk to. These golems. Yeah, guard bots. Find him, where is he? Have the king talk to him. Where are you, my dwarven compatriot? Tell me he's like dead or something. That'd be really fucking annoying. Nice. Damn it. Oh no, there he is. Perfect. Perfect. Show me your wares. Dwarven weapons. There they are. And one of the weapons that they can make is a Dwarven Gladius, which is cool because I might end up using that. Specializes in short fighters, axes, hammers, swords. I'm pretty sure we already have. Oh, location's already known, yeah. Dwarven Brewery. There's a Dwarven settlement? Say what? I had no idea. Where's it at? Where's it at? It's badass. I'm gonna have to go there at some point. I had no idea there was a settlement with other dwarves. I wonder if I can get these two to join me. Other stats like it. Not bad. Why don't you join me? No. No. Well. Day 22 in my playthrough and I haven't even scratched the surface. Yeah, listen, it's there's so much to do. There's so much to do. Too much to do. Alright, well, we have done our piece. We've done what we came here to do, which was grab that. Now we are going to start, I think we're going to start our journey back towards the base. And we're going to grab some stuff on the way. Grab some stuff on the way. Do I want to go fight the ninjas down here? The cactus den? Where is the cactus den? Nearby, I know that. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Do we want to go fight at the cactus den? We can get another Mai Tai over there, but it's not really a weapon we're going to use, but also there's a mask that I think is pretty cool. Might be worth investigating. At the very least, we can get some loot out of it. Let's see what they're working with in terms of equipment and stuff. You gotta look out, man. These little fucking devils right here, awful, awful. Chew you right up. Chew you right up. Those little sand skimmers. What do their stats look like? Sand ninja. Yeah, we could probably take him. We could probably take him. We've taken worse. $17, $21. Oh, yeah, we can do that. No problem. Yeah, we got this. We can do this. No problem. There's what you read the Shek. It's sad, like the Mongols of old. They ran out of people to fight and withered and arrested culture victims of success. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it sucks, but there's not really any feasible way for them to survive the Shek kingdom. So, like, and I need to clarify too. The Shek as a species is fine. They're gonna be fine. The Shek kingdom is doomed. If they win, they dissolve. If they lose, they die. Like, they're doomed. The Shek kingdom is not... It's not long for this world, unfortunately. Sucks for them, you know, but it is what it is. It's the way things work. That's just the way it goes. Their culture is just simply and unfortunately not compatible with long-term success. The sand ninjas are hostile towards me, but that doesn't matter because they're all going to be dead in a minute. Kill them all! Hit him with a battle pick. Thing of beauty is what that is. Hilarious. Hilarious. They are a very stubborn people, and they just refuse to adapt. And their way of thinking is just ass backwards. The whole might makes right. Only the strong survive. Like warrior mentality. I think it's cool. It's one of my favorite motifs in like ways of building fantasy cultures. But also, like, you have to recognize that, like, they're effectively I think of them a lot of times like the way that I think of like the Caesar's Legion in Fallout, where like they are very successful but only under the very specific condition that they keep moving. The minute they stop, the minute they're no longer moving forward, it's over. Like, they can't maintain their society. Their society requires the pacification and the removal of other people, and they can't maintain it. They can't maintain it. You know, it's not feasible. It's not going to happen. So, unfortunately, they are a byproduct of their own culture. All right, Sand Oni. What's his stats? Not bad. You know what we're going to do? I think you know what we're going to do. We are going to attempt to recruit them. Because, as always, we need as much... do we not have a cage around here that I can use? They don't have prisoner pools or anything? Do they just not take prisoners? Are they that kind of... Are they badasses like that? They just don't take prisoners? Alright, well, fine. Fuck you, then. You're just going to bleed out in the sand. I have no use for them. I have no use for you, then. I am going to need you to go up and heal. On the upside, these guys have beds. Who's to say they couldn't vassalize their opponents and extract tribute over a long run? They can vassalize, and there is evidence that they do vassalize. The problem is that they overtake, and the people they take tribute from eventually starve and die out. They can't produce enough food to survive themselves. They overtake. They over-tribute. The other thing, too, is that as they continue to move along their way and continue to destroy and attack things and all other stuff, their population would eventually start to grow and increase. And we already know that they overtake and over-tribute and hoard when they have a lower population. So even if their population were to increase, it would only get worse. But we know that they overtake because, one, they look what they do to you, the player, when you try to, set up territory on their lands. They take all of your fucking food. But aside from that, even if you take out the Holy Nation and you let them you let the Shek move into Holy Nation territory, the Holy Nation farmers make comments repeatedly about how they don't have enough food to get through the season because the Shek have taken it all. They can't produce enough. The Shek overtake. They take too much. They're not leaving the farmers enough to survive, and so the farmers end up dying out. They overtake. They overtake. Ooh, no dachi. So there's that. The other thing, too, is that they view agriculture, farming, all of that industry, all of that stuff as inherently weak. And so they're not going to send resources or anything like that to protect or to assist in... they won't send in anybody to assist in fixing that issue. Also, the other thing to remember is, like, Assad is not the one that's doing the reform. Assad is the one that's keeping the reform happening, but Assad is not the one that's going to deal with any of it. If anyone's going to deal with it, it's going to be Bayan, and Bayan is only tolerated, right? Bayan is tolerated by the rest of Shek society because Assad protects him. And the unfortunate reality with the type of culture that they have is that Asada's run is limited, right? Eventually, one of two things is going to happen. Someone's going to step up, challenge her, and kill her. And that'll be the end. And we know that's the end because if you kill Asada, Bayan fucking vanishes. Mukai the Mountain takes over, and Flying Bull moves into Squin. So all of the policy reforms go away immediately because Asada's not protecting Bayan anymore. And so one of two things is going to happen. Either Assad is going to get overthrown by a traditionalist who frankly doesn't want her in power anymore because they think she's gone soft, because she is effectively going against Krullian tradition, or the alternative, she gets too old and either has to walk away or someone kills her. The only hope she has is the potential that someone takes Seto. Seto goes out into the world, becomes worldly, becomes educated, and becomes strong enough to usurp her, to fight her in combat and take that, and it extends the policy reforms maybe a little bit longer. But that only happens in the game with player intervention, so we can't necessarily look at that as being something that happens in canon or a truly viable thing, because whenever I look at the lore, I have to take player intervention out. I can't rely on player intervention. It's not like a traditional RPG where player intervention is like part of the story. The point of Kenshi is that your player doesn't matter. So I can't count player intervention as being like, oh, well, if the player intervenes, then the Shek will be fine, because realistically speaking, the player's probably not intervening. The world of Kenshi is going to go on with or without the player. That's kind of the premise of Kenshi Sandbox, right? So basically, the only chance that the Shek have is if Seto were to, go out, train, become strong enough to kill her mother, which, like, good, honestly, good fucking luck. Becomes strong enough to kill her mother, and then she came back and kept the Shek Kingdom alive as they are. But Asada is not going to, if she pushes too hard, if she tries to make too many reforms or alter the way the Shek do things too much, they will depose her. They will take her out. It is because it's not like with Shagger. That's the point. She could never beat her mom. And if she can't beat her mom, she can never be in charge. And if she can't be in charge, the minute Asada either dies in combat or gets too old, the Shek are going to go right back to Shek traditionalism, right back to Akralian traditionalism, and they're going to throw themselves into combat until they eventually die from depopulation. They have no chance. They just don't have a chance. And Asada has to balance very delicately the kinds of reforms that she's doing, because if she over pushes, the Shek will leave. They're already doing it, right? Look at the Krulls Chosen. They don't like the way she's doing things. They want to go back to a Krullian style of doing things that they did under King Shagger. Look at the Band of Bones. They don't like the Shek caste system and the way that they are deposed as warriors for having the audacity of either losing in combat or surviving a combat they should have lost. Look at the Berserkers who want to retreat to pre-Krullian tribalism, right? They have 3 splinter factions already under Asada's run. She's already pushing a little hard, and she's getting results, but like the minute she's gone, it reverts back. The Shek are either going to revert to their old ways, and drive themselves into extinction, or they're going to get everything they've ever wanted. They're going to win all the conflicts, they're going to fight all the strong people, and then they're going to start fighting internally. And when they do that, they're going to return to a pre-Krullian state where it's just tribes of warlords and warbands fighting for the sake of fighting. The Shek people are going to be fine because they make competent warriors. They can find work as mercenaries, but the Shek Kingdom is fucked. The Shek Kingdom is screwed. They have no future. All the avenues to correct their problem will only result in division, fission, and eventually dissolution. It's a disillusionment, whether it be from their own people or just in general. They're screwed, and it sucks because the Shek are my favorite faction, right? I'm not happy about this, but they are screwed. I do have to. I have to be honest, with myself and with everyone in general, that they're fucked. There's no out for them. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, yeah. Continue on the road. Head up towards Stout, see if we can get some more recruits over there. Got Triangle Bandits again. Always Triangle Bandits. They're always around. They're always nearby. Pretty soon, we should be in a position where we can start to head back towards the base, and we can start recruiting out of the base instead. But I needed to build up a sufficient fighting force to at least, moderately defend the fucking base. Because right now, if we get attacked, we're hosed. Yeah, even right now, with the force we've built up, we'd be hosed. But at least I can start recruiting tech hunters again. I can start forcibly recruiting tech. I say forcibly. I can start paying tech hunters again. And all that jive, so. Start getting them that way. Save the stream. I feel like there's a path out where they could probably settle, thinking about Genghis Khan and the tribes united, for example. Despite being that people, they settled with good leaders, it would just take a lot of time and a good line of leaders. They don't have time. They don't have the time. their population is dwindling like crazy. Many of the Shek left to go find honorable death in battle elsewhere because they're already disenfranchised by Asada's policy changes. The Shek that are left are facing serious depopulation issues. I mean, like they don't have time. They don't have the time to settle, unfortunately, and it would require a complete revision of their entire culture. Will they even be in Kenshi 2? I'm not even sure they were a thing yet, and I love the Shek 2. Are they assholes? Yes, but they're endearing assholes. I agree, they are assholes, and they are endearing assholes. Will they be in Kenshi 2? Yes. According to the lore, they should look almost indistinguishable from humans, or they should look less Shek and more human, because we don't know how much time has passed by the end of Kenshi 2 since they first were, like, the inception of the Shek. So they could look like Shek by then. They may also look maybe a little less Shek, a little more human, but still have like the bone plates and stuff. To be honest, they might look something similar to like what the Juggernauts look like when you have their skin tone set all the way to the right side. But they will be in Kenshi too. They're a staple race. I mean, there's no reason that they would get rid of them. That would be foolish. You're gonna piss a lot of people off if you do that. Old and block. Trying to see if there's any Juggernauts in here we can recruit. Excuse me. Yeah, it's again, it sucks because I love the Shek. Like they're literally my favorite faction, but I don't see any world in which the Shek Kingdom is going to be around for much longer. The Shek people will be around for a long time. They're very well equipped for Kenshi. Their natural armor, their vibe, like they as a people are very well equipped to deal with Kenshi. The Shek Kingdom is antithetical to a successful culture in the long run, and they just continue to decline in population. Would multiplayer work in this game? There's a mod being developed right now to make Kenshi multiplayer. They just dropped a new video like 2 days ago. And I was actually talking to a couple of other Kenshi content creators about it today because we're stoked about it. So it is possible. They're doing it. It's happening. Whether or not how it turns out in the end is a different story, but it is happening, and it's looking pretty fucking good. Looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I think it's time we head back to the base. We're going to have to do a long trek to get back there. But, you know, I feel like it'd be similar to the Steppe peoples from Genghis Khan came from. They'll go through stages of uniting and disintegrating, and eventually a new Shek kingdom might come along that could last. Maybe, but again, it would require, like, it may happen, though. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible in the sense that, like, it could never happen under any circumstances. What I'm saying is it would require a complete shift of their culture. They'd have to basically get rid of the Krullian code of honor that, you know, might makes right and fighting is the way of success and all that stuff. They'd have to find some other means of judging people and promoting people, and they'd have to embrace, you know, economy, infrastructure, crafting, all of the things that they currently do not support, they do not like. It would require the rewiring and rewriting of basically every Shek in the Shek Kingdom to be something that they have been currently raised for untold generations to believe is beneath them and weak. And it would be such a bitch, and I don't know if they have the population to do it. I don't know if they have the time left to do it. They don't have the labor force. They don't have the economic knowledge. They don't have the knowledge of infrastructure. The other thing, too, to remember is that it's not like Bayan and Asada are doing these reforms to save the Shek in the long term. All they're doing is trying to rebuild so they can keep the war, right? They're not trying to, like, end the war for the sake of, like, long-term survival. They're not trying to don't even give it a go. You're gonna be foolish. They're not trying to end the war for the sake of long-term survival. They're not opposed to war. They're opposed to a meaningless war that ends in them throwing their lives away. But even like things like trade and stuff like that, they don't want to do it. Even Bayan doesn't want to do it. He's only doing it because they need the trade to help fund their rebuilding. But like they don't want to do it. As soon as they are strong enough to survive again without like the depopulation issue. They build their numbers back up. They build their strength up again. They're going to go right back to what they were doing before. Bayan and Asada aren't trying to fix the Shek. They're not trying to like reform them in the sense of changing their identity. They're just trying to keep them from killing themselves long enough to where they can go back to fighting. That's all. They're just trying to keep the Shek alive a little longer so they can fight. So they can fight to win, but they don't want to change the culture. That's not what they want in the slightest. Asada says it. Even Bayan says it. Like that's not what they want. They don't want to invest in agriculture. They don't want to invest in infrastructure, agriculture, trade, economy, any of that stuff. They just want to survive a little bit longer. They don't want to throw their lives away meaninglessly. They just want to survive a tiny bit longer so that they can go back to battle and they can win. So, like, kudos to them for trying to get the win, but it's not exactly, like the full-scale reform they need in order to survive long-term, Which, again, sucks. It definitely sucks. It sucks for them, and it sucks in general, The Hivers are doomed as well. The queens having mechanically created means they will probably be no future queens. I don't know. It's suggested that the queens are the same queens that... The queens that are there might be the same queens that have been there since the inception of the Hivers. Especially if you believe the idea that I have proposed that the Hivers are, the results of really aggressive, non-ethical, non-tested experimentation at the end of the Second Empire to deal with Catlan's growing paranoia and fears and the issues that were plaguing the Empire. The reason why I think that the Hivers, the Hiver queens, are the same queens from the Second Empire, that they've been around this entire time, is when you look at the Southern Hive Queen. Now, in my game, she's pink because I have the Hiver Expanded mod, but in vanilla, she's the same color as the Western Hive Queen, right? And if you follow the idea that the Hivers reproduce by using a combination of the incubator on the Hive Queen and the bioorganic material, be it from plant matter, be it from living things, whatever it may be, and they use that organic material to act as the matter that goes into the incubator, and then the Hiver Queen uses some kind of asexual reproduction where she can just like reproduce on her own, uses the bioorganic material to fuel the creation of the new matter, the new life, and then uses her own genetic template in the incubator as the basis for creating the new types of Hivers. Then when you take all that into account, she should be pink. She should be the same color as the Southern Hive, because the Southern Hive use dude soup, basically, okay? Man slushy. That's what King does. King eats living things, grinds them up into soup, and then feeds them to the queen, and that's the material that she uses to reproduce. The bioorganic material she uses as the base for the new Hivers to be incubated in her system, right? And the Western Hive uses wheat straw and agriculture and stuff. That's why they're that yellowy color, and that's probably what they were intended to be used for originally. They were supposed to use plant life to replenish their numbers. That deals with dwindling population. It also means they're easily replenishable and all of that stuff. The Southern Hive uses dude soup, which is red, and so when they use that as the organic material, they come out as pink. That's why they come out as that pinkish purple color. But the Southern Hive Queen is still that same color, which means she was made using wheat straw, or she was made using that same principle. And then the choice to use, the dude soup, the slurry, the man slurry, came later. So when we look at it from that lens, it kind of implies that the queens of the South and the Western Hive have been around since the creation of the Hivers at the end of the Second Empire. And the Southern Hive Queen started using a different organic material, which also may be partially the effect of their temperament, because now, unlike the Western Hive, which uses agriculture and trade to fuel their numbers, the Southern Hive uses violence, which is why they're more aggressive and they kill people, because they need to replenish their numbers. They use them to replenish their numbers. But the Southern Hive being the same color as the Western Hive Queen implies that she was not made through the same process, and she started the Hive. She's the founder of the Hive, not just like a new queen in a line of queens, which means she's been around since the beginning. So I don't know if the queens have to worry too much about, like, their civilization, their nation crumbling, because I think the Hive Queens are functionally immortal in the sense that they don't age, or they don't succumb to aging, or they have incredibly long lifespans. One of those two things, you know, because we don't really know much about queen biology beyond that. So, and it could be due to the fact that they're technically considered, like they're technically considered skeletons in the game files. You know, it could be that they are machine enough that they're not partial, they're not privy to the same issues of aging that maybe other races are. So, who's attacking us? And it's mercenaries. Awesome. We need to get the hell out of here. Alarm raised. Are we committing crimes? We shouldn't be. We should be all dodging. We should all be on block. Everybody should... Nope, committing crime. Fucking awesome. Okay, so now the UC's pissed at us. We need to run. I was just trying to not deal with that, but that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Run. All S. Wasn't trying to deal with that, but that's fine. They're biologically immortal, but they can still be killed, and over centuries or millennia they eventually will be, and then they can't be replaced. The hive just dies. Yeah. Yep, bingo. Bubba bingo. But we also don't know, maybe there's other hive queens on other some of the other land masses on the moon. You know, there could be others around there. We don't really know how wide-reaching they were, how, you know, what the deal with that is. On other continents on the face of Kenshi. Moving into Venge. I wonder, should we go take the Thrall Masters out? Go recruit Agnew while we're here? Probably. Yeah, probably. But I do think, actually, before we go in and we start taking out the Thrall Masters, I think this is where I'm gonna pack it up for the evening. It's about 12:18 here right now, so I'm getting pooped. I can feel my commentary starting to slip. I do thank everybody for coming this evening, for joining us for the episode 17 of Kenshi Rise of the Dwarves. It's been a ton of fun. We're working on rebuilding. Yeah, next episode we're gonna probably go grab Agnew, head back towards Garzumi Keep. We've done our full travel. We've gone the whole line, come up, traveled through, gotten some good recruits. We're gonna go back, start building up our forces, and you know, we're gonna get ready for round 2 against the Southern Hive. So, yeah, good stuff. Remember to hit the like button on your guys' way out. If you guys enjoyed the stream, you want to support the channel a personal way, do consider becoming a channel member. It is only $2.99 a month. You get access to the community-only Discord. You get access to special badges in chat. You get polls, unique polls, and giveaways and stuff that I'm going to be doing in the Discord with my channel members. And you also get a shout out at the beginning of all my long form content. So something to consider. It's only $2.99. Great way to support the channel. Yeah, I do appreciate it. But as always, guys, use your powers for good instead of evil. Make a difference in someone's life. And yeah, if you're gonna make a civilization of warrior cultures, make sure that you value things like infrastructure. You know, beyond just fighting, because it's not going to work out long term. It's not going to work out. Fighting's important, but infrastructure's important too. You know. So, have a good night, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys